Hello and welcome. Ben Silk here today with Kevin, and today we have the 49ers as they are going to be taking on the Rams. Both teams enter this game at 3-1 in the season. The Rams are coming off a win against the Colts where the Rams took it 27-20, and the 49ers are coming off their first loss of the season and a rough loss as they took on the Jaguars and lost to them last week. Both battle of 3-1 teams, but the 49ers also very injured in this game. I'm Ben Silk again here with Kevin. And Kevin, what are your thoughts? What do you see happening tonight?
Well, I could see a lot of things happening. It's a division rivalry between the 49ers and the Rams. The Rams obviously coming off a loss last week to the Jaguars. And the Rams getting a really good competitive win against the Colts and Daniel Jones, where we saw their defense come up with some big stops, forcing some turnovers. They turned Daniel Jones over a few times in that game for the first time in the season. So I'm looking for the Rams to maybe make Mac Jones turn the ball over today. Maybe see some mistakes out of him. But overall, this is going to be a good game from two 3-1 teams. And yeah, I'm excited. I have the Rams winning this game today in a very competitive game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an exciting game, and it's going to be interesting. A lot can happen in this, but yeah, 49ers very injured in this game. But at the same time, since there's a lot of players out, the Rams don't fully know what to expect from this 49ers squad. What are they going to come up with? But I'm sure the Rams D is going to put a lot of pressure on stopping McCaffrey tonight. So maybe an opportunity for like Sky Moore or someone to go big. But it's going to be an exciting game. And 49ers could maybe even pull the upset. But the Rams right now, they're pretty good. I saw they were like in the NFL power rankings. They were like a top 3 or 4 team. But yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one Thursday night, and I think the 49ers are a little too injured right now. I think the Rams take this one at a score of 27-13, with the first half being a bit more defense than the second half. But Carty to kick off here as we are about to get started, and we are off as the kick is away, and the 49ers are gonna receive. It's gonna be a ball up in the air, was lost, but he was able to get back. That's Sky Moore, and now out comes the 49ers. So out comes the 49ers here. Mac Jones at the helm for the QB, and just look at that. It hit the kickoff. It hit the ground beforehand, and but he was able to grab it after it bounced up. He grabbed it, lost it, and so forth. But 1st and 10 now. Mac Jones hands it off to McCaffrey. It's going to be a gain of looks to be about 3 yards, second down.
Yeah, McCaffrey coming off a big week last week. I expect him to come up with a big night again, similar to what we've been seeing this past season. He's been playing pretty well. 141 yards total for McCaffrey last week with a touchdown. So let's see what he can do tonight. Receiver in motion. Mac Jones steps back, delivers to McCaffrey for the screen pass. McCaffrey stays up, and he's going to get a big chunk, maybe a gain of 15 or more. Good screen pass by Mac Jones.
Yeah, a great pass to find McCaffrey there. And that's going to give them a first down and some more. And a fast movement for McCaffrey. Mac Jones, this is his 3rd game he is starting this season for the injured Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was back last week, and of course for week 1, Mac Jones, after leaving the Patriots a few years ago, getting another chance to start some games. So hikes the ball, and now
Flags
there's
on the
flag.
field.
So we'll wait to see what the flag is. Bill Vinovich is the referee. He's been the referee that has say this on here because this is not professional TV, but he's the referee that I think has caused the Chiefs to win multiple Super Bowls. But yeah, and he cost the Saints Patriots Super Bowl. But yeah, Mac Jones in motion As back out there we have Sky Moore out there, Kendrick Bourne out there as Jones back to throw. It's going to find McCaffrey again. McCaffrey, second time he is found today, and he's going to break through, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah, I'm expecting a big game for Kendrick Bourne or maybe Sky Moore, as the 49ers receiving core is really banged up today. Their tight end, number 88, he already has 2 touchdowns on the season, so we could expect some targets from him. Mac Jones finds his tight ends a lot of the time during his games.
First and 10 now, around the 45-yard line at the 43.
Jones steps back, moves to the right, and just dumps the ball into the ground. Incomplete. Flags on the field. We're waiting for the call.
So while we wait to see what the call is, let's just take a look. And we're just going to take...
Holding on the offense. It's going to move him back 5 yards. That's on the offensive tackle, McVitz.
So we're going to take a
68.
look at who the team captains are for this 49er squad. So obviously we got Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, Christian McCaffrey, and Nick Bosa, and George Kittle. Just some of the names that are the captains there. Debo is still in that graphic, so obviously that's not the latest, but yeah, pretty up to current. Those were original captains. As Jones back is going to find Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne takes it, and he's still in to the 30, to the 20, and he's going to be down around the 17. What a play by Kendrick Bourne to get it down the field.
Yeah, Mac Jones is going to find Kendrick Bourne in the middle of the field on a quick slant route, and Kendrick Bourne, yards after the catch, is going to come up with a big gain of yards. Like I said, we're looking for a big game from these backup receivers, as they need to step up for their captains being out in this game. And what a way to start for Kendrick Bourne. Mac Jones under center, Bourne in motion. Jones hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to pick up 3 yards. Good drive so far for McCaffrey. They're getting him involved early in this game, which is going to be needed if they want to defeat the Rams while banged up.
Yeah, and surprised of how much McCaffrey has been able to already do in this game. Based on like the 49ers being banged up, I do feel like the Rams defense probably focused a lot on this week on stopping McCaffrey and stuff. But now Robinson Jr. in, McCaffrey also in, as Jones back to throw is going to find, that is number 88.
Tongus?
It's Jake Tungus here, number 88.
Oh, what's up? There's a whole crew in here.
Hey, you think I can lower your speaker?
So, we'll be back in a moment. You got this one?
Yeah, this is production.
So McCaffrey wins it, and it's going to be enough for a first down, 3rd and 1. McCaffrey able to get in. That is going to be 1st and goal. Kevin.
We got interrupted, but we're okay.
Yeah.
Jones is going to hand off to McCaffrey in this replay. You see him move to his left, finds a gap, and he's going to just pick up the first down. 1st and goal for this 49ers offense in the red zone. Mac Jones, what is he going to do to get his team in this and score 6? McCaffrey moves to his left in motion, drops back and finds his tight end, number 8, Tongus, for the touchdown. 6-0. 49ers lead.
And it's going to be a touchdown. Niners able to find his tight end there. And it's going to be already what a start for the 49ers and Mac Jones. They take a 6-0 lead here. And, this 49ers team, they're starting off strong, able to get right down the field. And they're missing a lot of players, but that has not been an issue for them, as
Eddie Pinheiro up for the extra point, and it is good.
7-0 is your score in this game. and the 49ers off to a hot start as the TV is going to head to a commercial break. And while the TV heads to a commercial break, let's take a look. So 49ers just scored a touchdown. Let's take a look at their upcoming schedule. So this is their 2025 schedule. So this game, me and Kevin both have the Rams, but next week the 49ers take on the Cardinals. That's going to be an interesting one. I honestly think that's my bad. I was actually looking at the second Rams matchup. Next week they take on the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers they're a tough matchup. The Buccaneers very good in offense. Abuka has been phenomenal, and based on the amount of injuries, I could see the Buccaneers taking this one. But then they got the Falcons and the Texans. I feel like those are two very winnable games for the 49ers. And then after that we got the Giants. So this 49ers team, they very well could start off strong. They're all winnable games for the next few weeks for them. But Kevin, what are your thoughts on this upcoming 49ers schedule?
Yeah, the 49ers always going to be a competitive team, just knowing their culture and what they're going to bring as a football team. Obviously, they take on the Buccaneers next week. But are they going to get healthy is the big question that needs to be answered. They are a very banged-up team, and with some notable teams that they're going to be facing, they're going to need their players. So the Buccaneers next week, that's a big question mark. Is Brock Purdy going to play? When will they get Kittle back? When will they get the second-year receiver back in Ricky Pearsall? They need to get healthy, and they need to get healthy quick, because this season can turn very badly if they do not get healthy. They have wins. They have very winnable games on their schedule, but the big question is the health, and we've already seen big players go down for the 49ers, like Nick Bosa. So, yeah, they just need to get healthy.
Yeah, that is for sure. It's gonna come down to how healthy is this 49ers team going to be. Health is something that 49ers have struggled with the last few seasons, as we've seen last year. They did not make the playoffs because they had so many injuries. Of course, a big one being McCaffrey. McCaffrey currently only good player on that team that hasn't been injured. So yeah, this is one rough team. This is one team that's been through a rough time of injuries, but it's hard to believe still they somehow were able to pull off 3 wins this season. But we're back, and
Eddie Pinheiro to kick it off. And it's gonna be caught. It's gonna bring it.
That looks to be, I believe, number 19 of the Rams. That is Xavier Smith, the wide receiver. There, and out comes Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford is previous Super Bowl champion for Super Bowl 56. That was his first year on the Rams. This is now, I believe, year number 5 for him on the Rams. Still looking for that second, as he's going to hand it off to Williams there. And it's going to be about 1 to 2 yards, if even that. There, we'll wait to see where they mark it down, but Rams ball here.
Yeah, and how about Kyron Williams on the season? 2 touchdowns, not the best, but you talk about his yards. He is 7th in the NFL in rushing yards. They're going to need him to come up with a big night tonight, especially with the 49ers coming out of the game like this. Stafford going to move to his left. He's going to find Nakua for maybe the first down, might be just short. But good pass for Stafford. Looks like he's going to be a yard short. What are they going to do? Are they going to bring out Williams for this short yardage? For this short yardage right here on 3rd down.
Yeah, and Matthew Stafford coming off a 375 passing yard performance. What a game that was for him against the Colts last week. Is Stafford going to hand it off? He's going to find Williams, and that looks to be enough for a first down. Yes, it's going to be 1st and 10 as we are here with 8:48 left in the first quarter. And yeah, we apologize. We don't have the clock for you and stuff, but it's a little hard to sync up the clock and stuff for a live stream like this. But yeah, Kendrick Andrew Williams stats. His fourth season, he has over 2,000 rushing yards, 2,800 rushing yards. Four seasons into his career. Stafford back to throw. It's going to go out to the left, incomplete. The intended receiver was Tutu Atwell, as that is going to make it 2nd and 10 for the Rams.
Yeah, how about Tutu Atwell last week? You saw him get the game-winning touchdown against the Colts, and almost like a 90-yard touchdown. So what will Tutu Atwell do today? Maybe he comes up and he's going to be have a factor in this offense. Stafford, single backfield, no running back. He's going to move his running back in motion. Now in the shotgun. Stafford trying to mess with the defense. He snaps the ball, moves to his left. He's going to get taken down by number 47. That is Bryce Huff, the former Eagle and Jet. What a start to the season for him.
What a stop there. That they're gonna lose some yardage after that sack, and wow. So
Bryce Huff with getting his 3rd sack of the season, stepping up in a big role after not playing as much as he should have last year on the Eagles.
that is gonna make it 3rd and 21 here with 7:43 left. Stafford hands it off, finds Williams. Williams with it. It's gonna be a gain of about 5 or 6. Helmet. Someone lost a helmet there. It's gonna be 4th down. Yeah, they're most likely gonna punt here as they got still about like 14 or 15 yards to go. And also going on right now, we got the Red Sox taking on the New York Yankees, and yeah, this is a big game as a Red Sox fan. Yeah, I really want to see the Red Sox win tonight, but be talking about that, maybe doing some commentating for that during the commercials, as it's going to be Brewers who kicks it back off.
Ethan Evans with the punt. And that is going to be Sky Moore, and he didn't intend to fair catch it, so his team is going to be at the 10-yard line. Mac Jones going 5 for 5, perfect completion percentage, and obviously getting the touchdown for his team there.
Yeah, so Mac Jones comes back out. What a great first drive by this 49ers squad, as they will be taking over right after this commercial break. It's going to be 49ers ball, and we looked at the 49ers schedule last week. Now let's take a look at the Rams schedule, and the Rams, they have a few tough teams the next few weeks. So next week they are going to be taking on the Baltimore Ravens. We still don't know what's going on with Lamar Jackson. Will he be back then after his injury from the last game? And that's a tough game. I remember last time the Rams and the Ravens took on each other. It was a pretty good game. It took the Ravens till overtime to get it done, as there was a 37-31 victory. Probably one of the best games that season. But then after that, they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is also another great game. A few games further down the line, which is going to be tough for them there. They play the 49ers week 10. Week 12, they got the Buccaneers. And then the Lions week 15. That's going to be an exciting one, as we have Stafford and Goff going back to their former teams. But they got a pretty easy schedule. Like, this team, honestly, they could make the playoffs. I feel like they're playing a lot of easy teams. Kevin, what are your thoughts on this Rams schedule?
They play the Ravens next week. The big question is Lamar going to play? Is he going to be healthy? And if he plays or if he doesn't, I could still also see the Rams having some trouble in that game. And then they play at 9:30 in the morning against the Jags, which I believe is in London. The Jags Jags get some good wins in other countries, it seems like. So maybe the Jags give them a run for their money. But yeah, they go to the Saints. I think this team is definitely going to be a playoff team. I don't see them missing the playoffs this year unless they happen to get some injuries, similar to what we see with the 49ers. But the Rams have been starting the season 3-1, and I think they're going in the right direction, and their players are playing incredible. We'll talk about Puka Nacua for a second. What a season he started. He looks like the front runner, or if not, one of the best offensive players of the year. So Nacua also looking for a big game today, as last week he had 170 yards and a touchdown paired with 13 receptions. So Nakua, a big factor this season, where he leads the NFL in receptions. So let's see what Nakua's going to do today.
Yeah, Nakua, what a season Nakua has had as well. But we're back now. It is 1st and 10, 7 minutes to go. So Mac Jones hands it off to McCaffrey, and he's going to be down about a gain of 4 yards there. We'll see what the call is here, as it is going to be the 49ers ball.
Yeah, and in the year 2 rookie, the rookie last year, Jared Verse, the defensive rookie of the year just a year ago, gonna need to step up again, as he played very, very good in that Eagles game a few weeks ago. So look for a big day for Jared Verse. Mac Jones steps back, looks for his receiver, and that's number 5.
Number 5, that is going to be... He is not on the roster.
We don't have number 5.
Yeah, number 5 gets the catch, and
flags down on the field, roughing the passer on the Rams. That's going to give them 15 extra yards no matter where the ball was. So with that catch, they're getting an additional 15 yards. What a day to start for this 49ers offense, as they're, I think, in their Rams territory already, just after maybe one play.
Yeah,
wow.
And number 5, that is Demarcus Robinson, who got that catch there. So it's going to be, 1st and 10 now for the 49ers. And, back to what Kevin was saying about Nakua. What a year he has had. Like, he's been phenomenal the last few years, but he is really something else this year. He's been a key factor for why the Rams are 3-1 so far this season, and Matthew Stafford has been able to get so much yards. But Mac Jones is going to hand it off to McCaffrey there. It's going to wind up being a gain for about 2, not maybe 1. Not much yardage gain there, as that is going to make it, again, a 2nd down. And, McCaffrey, 5 rushes so far for 19 yards in this game.
Yeah, Mac Jones is commanding the offense in every way you would want him to. Not turning the ball over so far, keeping it in limited range of the defense. And Jones is going to hand it off to McCaffrey again, and he's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage to lose a yard. What a play by number 31 for the Rams, Darius Williams, the cornerback, alongside his defensive tackle.
Connor Ford, we'll say, as that is going to be a 3rd and 6, as the 49ers going to line back up. Rams have had a good defense for years, and we're still seeing it. Some great players. Verse is a player to keep an eye out for on the Rams defense. Has been phenomenal.
Jones finds McCaffrey, might be just short of the line for the 1st down. Will Kyle Shanahan keep his offense on the field in very short 4th down position?
Yeah, it's 4th and 1, and what do you do here? You're not the Eagles, so you're not going to do the tush push, but QB sneak, just something simple. Find McCaffrey.
McCaffrey on the sideline on 4th down.
Yeah.
What do they have in store for this offense on 4th and short?
Yeah, they got a solid backup running back as well, and Brian Robinson Jr. He was pretty amazing for the Commanders just a year ago, as it's going to be a sneak.
And it looks like he's going to get it.
Yeah, that's gonna...
Mac Jones getting some help from his offensive line and the running backs. Almost like a tush push there.
Yeah, now more in the middle of the field around the logo, as a great QB sneak, able to find the opening to get in, and then at the end, like what Kevin was saying, the help by the teammates with the tush push, we'll say. But it's now 1st and 10. 1st and 10, 3:43 left in this one. Mac Jones, team spread out. We got Marcus Robinson up to the left as Jones back to throw. It's gonna find, that is gonna be number 83 of Valdez Scantley from the Chiefs a few years ago. The guy known for dropping passes in the playoffs. Did he get that? That's the question. So Valdez Scantley, number 83. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Jones is going to be, just looking at the replay here, Jones back out to throw, and he's going to find him. So Scantling goes out on the left, one's in front of him, and then goes back to the middle to get that catch. What a play by Scantling.
2nd and 1, hands it off to Brian Robinson, and it looks like the Rams are going to stop him a yard short, and 3rd down will be coming up. Yeah, just going back to that previous play, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, a member on this 49ers team where he brings a lot of experience, obviously playing in multiple Super Bowls. But you talk about someone you need a decent catch from a catch when it matters most. That's definitely someone they want on this team. Even though he might not be the flashiest, youngest receiver, he is someone who's going to bring something to the table for this 49ers offense when they are banged up. So, notable player to keep an eye out for tonight. Jones going to keep the ball, backs up, has time, and he's going to be intended for Kyle Juszczyk, but it's going to be out of bounds. That's Jones' first incompletion on the night. 4th and 1. Looks like Kyle Shanahan is going to keep his offense on the field and go for it on 4th and 1.
So now 4th and 1 for the Niners. As 4th and 1, are we going to see another QB sneak here, or handoff, or short pass? You never know. But 49ers driving down the field. They're around the 40-yard line in field goal range, but they decide to go for it here.
If you look on the field, McCaffrey and Robinson are both in the game, so Jones going to take a timeout. But if you looked at that formation, both the running backs were in the game, but towards the left side of the field. Maybe some type of trick play Shanahan had in store for his offense.
Yeah. It also looked like the 49ers may have tried to get the Rams to jump there, but let's see what they're going to do here. It's 4th and 1. I feel like they should just go for it. Just go for it. They get the first down. It's nothing to lose. They don't get it. It's still on their side of the field, so it wouldn't be giving the Rams great field position. Let's take a look at the plays. 49ers already 17 plays for 124 yards, 9 minutes and 39 seconds in possession, as the Rams have had 6 plays for a total of 7 yards and 3 minutes and 10 seconds in possession. Mac Jones back out there now, as it looks like we got the same play. It looks like they're going for it. McCaffrey and Robinson back out there. Different players moved around, a little different from before, as it's going to be handoff to Robinson. Does he get it? Yes, he does. That's going to be enough for the first down there, as Brian Robinson Jr. will get it for the 49ers. That's going to be a first down for the 49ers. Still in the first quarter here, as they're driving down the field now. 49ers, yeah, they're missing a lot of players, but they're coming into this game. They're playing pretty confidently, and they're coming into this game, and they're being able to do what they needs to be done with the ball, getting it down the field.
McCaffrey, trick play. Bourne hands it off to Jones. Jones hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey on the screenplay is going to pick up 8 yards. And I want to talk about the 49ers and their kickers. A few weeks ago, releasing 2-year starter Jake Moody and moving on from him and bringing in Eddie Pinheiro, who was previously on the Panthers. So another thing to keep an eye on is the kicking for the 49ers, as they have struggled in previous games. But yes, trick play for Kyle Shanahan and his offense. And it ends up in a decent yard, gaining on the yards, heading to Christian McCaffrey out of all players. McCaffrey wanted a call there, maybe like a horse collar. Handoff to Robinson. Robinson's going to pick up the first down and a gain of 2 additional yards.
Yeah, a great one there by Robinson to get the first down. Let's take a look at Brian Robinson, coming from the Commanders a year ago, traded to the 49ers at towards the end of the offseason. And 49ers, Robinson hasn't gotten a ton of ball time throughout the season, but in this game he's gotten a good amount, and a good solid backup for McCaffrey, especially as McCaffrey gets injured a lot. A great solid backup just to have there. As Jones back to throw, it's gonna go up in the air, goes up, and it's gonna be caught. Did he get in? That's the question. The catch was by DeMarcus Robinson, but it looks like he's gonna be out of bounds. But what a catch! Fortunately, he did not have the feet in, so it was up in the air. and he couldn't even get 1 foot down in the end zone. But if he just got the ball a second early, he probably would have gotten
Mac
it.
Jones has been playing pretty good tonight. That is a ball that you expect to be caught. You see the top receivers in this league make that catch. Just a tough ball for someone who is not at the skill level of the elite. But Jones going to hand it off to McCaffrey for a gain of 2. And that's going to take us to the second quarter. How about the 49ers taking time of possession in this game? They have taken almost, I think, every minute in this game besides 3. So you're looking at 12 minutes of time of possession for the 49ers. And they are moving down the field with no effort. If we're going to talk about the Rams defense, they're going to need to come up with some stops because it's not looking too good for them. 49ers have been moving this ball like it's nothing today.
Yeah, and that will do it for your first quarter. The score, 7-0 Niners. Now we're going to take a look at the Red Sox-Yankees game. We're currently in the second, bottom of the second. The score is 0-0. And we're all
Shiz on that bat.
goes up, and it's going to be a swing, and it looks like that's going to go as a strike there. Hard to see because we're watching it from a bit of a small screen here. So Chisholm back up. Back out, and that, are they going to call that a strike or a ball? Looks like they're going to call that a ball. So, yeah, while we have a minute and we head to start the second quarter, let's just take a look. We're going to just take a look at Let's take a look at the 2025 draft class for the LA Rams, and they got a solid draft class this season. They got tight end Terrace Ferguson from Oregon, and a few other key players that stick out. Chris Paul Jr. from Mississippi, Ty Hampton from Ohio State. Just a few players that stick out there, and Hunter as well from Auburn. That's their 2025 draft class into this season, and I wonder how well these rookies are going to do on this Rams team and in the future. We've seen some good rookies last few years from the Rams, including Verse on the defensive side of things. And
Nakua.
And of course Nakua, yeah.
Yeah, we're looking for a
Williams.
We're looking for a big game from the rookie they just mentioned, Terrence Ferguson, number 18 out of Oregon. With Tyler Higbee being out in this game, he's someone who's going to need to step up for Matthew Stafford, because Matthew Stafford tends to find his tight ends for some key plays. But we are returning for the second half of the Rams 49ers. Obviously, the Rams at home in this game at SoFi Stadium, who have been a little bit of lackish on offense today. You talk about -6 passing yards on the day. That is definitely not something you see from the Rams with their receiving core.
Yeah, that's a rough first quarter for the Rams to start off, but 49ers with the ball, 3rd and 9. Are they going to score here? Let's see. So, Mac Jones back to throw. Jones goes up. It's going to go up high. It's going to be caught again by Demarcus Robinson. And that's going to make it 1st and goal for the 49ers. So, Jones able to find Robinson. Let's take a look at what Robinson did. Able to get around Durant, another great rookie from a few years ago for the Rams, as he was able to get it off to the left. And great feet work by Robinson as well to keep it in bounds and put his feet back to make that a catch. So hand off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey going. And he's going to be down around the 1 yard line. It's going to make it 2nd and goal, 2 or 1 yard line, as the 49ers are driving down and they're in touchdown territory.
Yeah, McCaffrey is a beast in this side of the field. You want him in this on all your possessions here on the goal line here. So look for McCaffrey to be involved. Maybe move him around. Just any way you can to get McCaffrey to take a side of the field away. Mac Jones has been perfect with the ball today. Needs to take care of it in this moment. Juszczyk on this side. McCaffrey, I told you. They are going to get him involved, and McCaffrey's going to score. 49ers are up 13-0 in the beginning of the second half.
What a play by Christian McCaffrey to get it in there for the touchdown. And wow, this 49ers team, they're marching all over this Rams team. Yeah, many players are out. That's no issue for Christian McCaffrey and this 49ers squad. Mac Jones is playing like how he did in his rookie season so far tonight. And yeah, that is going to make it a 13-0 game for the 49ers. How about that for the start for the 49ers as they
Eddie
are
Pinheiro
going
up for the
ahead.
extra point, and the extra point is good. 14-0, 49ers lead on the road. What a day for McCaffrey. Like I mentioned earlier, before that touchdown, you could clearly see Kyle Shanahan wanted to use McCaffrey in any way possible. And I mentioned he wanted to take a side of the field, and he did that, moving his receiver in a receiving position, going to the left side of the field where he caught his receiving touchdown. What a day for McCaffrey again. 38 total yards on the day with a touchdown. And for you fantasy football watchers, he has almost 16 fantasy points for you Christian McCaffrey CMC owners. And how about Mac Jones? 11 for 13, 131 passing yards. 2 passing touchdowns for Mac Jones. Something you don't see for Mac Jones, especially on the road.
Yeah, what a game by Mac Jones so far. He's looking the best he has for the 49ers all season in his 3 starts. And yeah, Kyle Shanahan, great game. Looked like he came into this game with a great game plan. And yeah, the Rams have not been able to figure out this 49ers offense and their defense as well. Yeah, the defense was able to hold them off. They just haven't been able to figure out this 49ers squad yet tonight. And the 49ers are coming into this game, the underdog coming into this game, looking like the better team. And we'll just talk about, yeah, when these two teams have played each other, it's been, for the last 11 matchups, let's take a look at that. It's been dominated so much by the 49ers. And I don't apologize. I don't have the graphic for you from the last times these guys have played, but I'm trying to pull it. Yeah, let's take a look here. So the last 11 matchups. So in the last matchup, the Rams won 12-6 in Week 15 of last season. But looking at the last 10 matchups, the Rams have only won. The 10 matchups before that, the Rams have only won 2 of those games. And those were all games that came down to the end. The 49ers, for a few years, dominated from 2019 to 2022, winning all those 5 games in a row. And yeah, the 49ers, even when the Rams have had amazing seasons, the 49ers found a way to beat this Rams squad, and it's Kyle Shanahan as their coach. And that is exactly what they're doing tonight. Yeah, Kevin, what are your thoughts on just how the 49ers are doing tonight?
Man, Mac Jones looks like he's in his rookie form. How about Christian McCaffrey, obviously? I just mentioned, for you fantasy football watchers out there, CMC has about 15 to 16 points for most of you guys playing in some PPR leagues. But Eddie Pinheiro to kick it off. That's number 19, Smith, who's going to take it out and get out of bounds. Maybe bringing it up to the 25-yard line. But Mac Jones is doing everything he has to right now. Not turning it over, getting it to his skill players, such as CMC, obviously. And he's doing everything he's supposed to. What a game plan Kyle Shanahan has had for his offense. Matthew Stafford going to take his team out on the second drive of the game, which is hard to believe for being in the second quarter. You only touched it once there, but Stafford going to find Nacua in the open field, and Nacua is going to pick up a gain of 6. I told you, but Nacua leads the NFL in receptions, so look for Nacua to have a lot of targets today.
Yeah, so that's 6 yards for Nacua, and yeah, 49ers this season, they have not allowed a single point through the first 5 games. In the first quarter, a longest streak since the Broncos in 2015. Something to keep an eye out for. Robert Saleh coming back to this defense this season. Yeah, this defense has looked special throughout the year. Of course, last week they struggled a bit against the Jaguars, but been phenomenal throughout the year. So Stafford back to throw, finds
Ooh.
Williams, and it's going to be caught and dropped. And Williams dropping there. That's going to make it 3rd and 5. So Stafford back. He found Williams open, and Williams had it, but unfortunately he wasn't able to hold on there. And with that, that's going to make it a 3rd and 5. But yeah, Stafford couldn't find any other receivers that were open. Also, the 49ers player able to get his hand on it. That's what led to him not being able to hold on, most likely. But yeah, so 3rd and 5. Kevin.
3rd and 5. Stafford gonna move Williams back into the running back position. Tutu Atwell looked like he was in motion. Stafford is gonna find Nakua. Nakua is gonna get a first down and bring it to the 50-yard line.
Wow.
Rams first down.
Yeah, what a play by Nakua and Stafford. Nakua going on the outside, running to the middle there, and able to get it in front of the defenders there.
Yeah, 49ers defense looking to get off the field, but you have to account for Nakua. He should not be that open on 3rd down. They need a double team him or something because, like I said, he leads the league in receptions. So they are going to target him as much as possible.
So now on the 50, handed off to Williams, and it's going to wind up gaining maybe 1 yard there.
Yeah, Kyron Williams getting a few touches today, but they have not really explored running the ball so far. You've mostly seen it through the air. Nakua has over 3,000 receiving yards in just, his 3rd year? I believe his 3rd year. So Nakua, what a start to his career as an underrated late-round pick. Devontae Adams not in the game currently for some reason, but you should be looking at Fred Warner commanding that 49ers defense, trying to get a stop. Stafford's going to hand it off to Williams. Williams going to pick up a gain of 7 yards, it looks like. Maybe 8. It looks like it was 7, but Williams getting a decent gain on 2nd down. 3rd down coming up. Can this 49ers defense get him off the field? Let's watch.
Yeah, this 49ers defense been playing this Rams offense tough today, but they're starting to move a little bit here as now 34 total yards and about 6 minutes of possession in this game. But this Rams team has been struggling against the Niners defense as Stafford hands off to Williams. Fred Warner right there to get him for the sack there, and that is going to make it a 4th down. 4th down, and what are they going to do here? It looks like Sean McVay is going to keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, and I don't blame McVay. The 49ers have been moving the ball. You don't know what your defense is going to do to end up stopping Mac Jones. McVay trusting his offense to stay on the field in 4th and short, and Fred Warner is just looking to terrorize that offense. Stafford going to go under center. Stafford going to hand it off to Williams. Williams is going to pick up the first down on 4th and 1. And 49ers are going to have to continue with this Rams offense staying on the field. What a call by McVay. Just making it simple. And Rams are going to stay moving down the field.
Yeah, and Sean McVay started coaching the Rams back, I believe it was like 2018 or around there. But I should have the stats in front of me.
I mean,
but
he won a
whatever.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he's been a phenomenal coach. He's led the Rams to the Super Bowl. He's won the Super Bowl. And from the beginning, he's just been a special coach. And it's been a little bit of a rough pass as Williams is going to run for the first down. A little bit of...
Oh, no, that was Corum. Blake Corum, the Michigan man. You saw him a few years ago for the Big Blue. Obviously winning a national championship at Michigan. That is someone they want to get involved more because he is more of a power running back. Stands at, I believe, 5'8" if I remember. He's a short, compact running back, but man, he punches some power. Blake Corum in the backfield. Stafford under center. Tutu Atwell in motion. Handed off to Corum. Corum fumbles it. Ball is loose. And number 95 for the 49ers, Collins, is going to get the ball. And the 49ers are able to get the Rams to turn it over.
The great night for the 49ers defense continues as he is able to pick up the fumble there. What a play by this 49ers.
And yeah, that's something you don't see from Blake Corum. I was saying I was giving him too much praise. I think I might have jinxed him. I was saying Blake Corum has a lot of potential, but he just I guess he fumbled the snap because it was like almost a direct snap to Blake Corum, but damn, not what you want to do when you're on that side of the field and with the 49ers moving with the ball the way they're doing, as you need to get some points on the board, and they miss out on at least 3 points there.
Yeah, and the 49ers now they could make it a 3-score game with a field goal or a touchdown on this drive, and that's makes it looking pretty good for this 49ers. This defense playing phenomenal tonight against a top-tier offense in the NFL. Nakua having a phenomenal season. Not tonight. The 49ers have come into this game with a game plan, and they have been able to stop this Rams offense. But
I wouldn't even say it's the 49ers defense.
Yeah.
I think it's just the Rams making mistakes that they cannot afford.
Yeah,
Fumbling the
well.
ball behind behind the line of scrimmage is not something you want to be doing. They didn't even punch it out. They just dropped it, basically. And the 49ers have struggled getting them off on 3rd and 4th down, so the Rams are just turning it over and making mistakes that they cannot afford, especially against a division rival who could take the top off and run it through your face with CMC.
Yeah, and the Rams. That's you do not want to fumble the ball, and that's a rough go of it for the Rams. But I want to get back talking about Sean McVay, and he's been coaching the Rams since 2017, and he's done so much for this Rams squad, helping them right away from being like the worst team in the league, from becoming Super Bowl contenders, making Super Bowl 53 just in his second year, and winning the Super Bowl a few years later. It's been a little bit of a rough patch for him, but Sean McVay, he's coming. He's not done yet. This team, maybe they're a quarterback away from getting back to the Super Bowl, but this is a new, exciting, and young squad, very different from the team a few years ago. But this team, very excited to see what happens to this Rams squad in the next few years. And they're going to be back in it very soon, maybe even this year, as Jones is going to hand it off to Robinson, and he's going to gain
Sky Moore.
Actually, Sky Moore, yeah.
Sky Moore, a former Chief. The Chiefs drafted him pretty early. I don't know if he was a first-round pick, but I know Sky Moore was a pick that ended up being a bust for the Chiefs. Now on the 49ers, maybe the 49ers looking for a little bit of the potential maybe the Chiefs saw in him, taking him that early. But definitely not something the Rams wanted to do. Back with Mac Jones on the field, and they have own time of possession. Mac Jones going to look for a receiver, that is Kendrick Bourne. Again, Mac Jones just finding a way to move this ball down the field. What a day for Mac Jones.
Former quarterback and receiver duo from the Patriots. Bourne being the number one receiver, and Jones being the QB from the Patriots a few years ago. So those two are very used to each other and have good chemistry from the days they played together in the Patriots, and that definitely helps here tonight, as Kendrick Bourne having a good night, already 51 yards receiving, as it's going to be handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey goes, and the Rams defense is going to get on him, stopped by, that's number 53, and couldn't catch the second number, but number 53, that is going to be D. Winters there.
Yeah, you talked about the chemistry between Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne, and a big play that comes to mind when thinking about that duo is actually against the Cowboys a few years ago when they had an almost game-winning touchdown if it wasn't for Mac Jones throwing a game-sealing pick six. But you talk about the potential, especially with Kendrick Bourne being a deep threat. Jones going to hand it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey going to look to get a game and a two on the ground. 3rd down coming up.
So it will be 3rd and down now down for the 49ers now, and this Rams defense starting to show up a bit, but what are they going to do here? It's third down. Obviously, the Rams are starting to figure it out here. We may want to see some more far passes, or more passes than ones, as it looks like the Rams are pressuring McCaffrey pretty heavily right now as Jones back out there. Rams defense look to be spread out.
Look out for
preparing
Robinson.
for
Robinson
a
has
pass.
been a big factor in this half, and Kendrick Bourne ends up dropping it on third down. Not something you want, especially when you're trying to get the Rams off the field. Mac Jones picking up a man and saying you're good because he knows his team has a chance today. Not getting his hopes let down. Just going to keep us positive, especially after a receiver dropping like a pass like that. You just want them to keep a positive mindset so they can continue to be a factor. But the Rams get a break, and they're going to get the ball back after just turning it over.
So now it's going to be as Mostad to punt it away, and the Rams will take it back to catch that. That is the 19 of Smith. And now Matthew Stafford coming on out. It's Thursday Night Football. It's thank you for everyone listening. Your score is 14-0 49ers. And we're now going to take a look at the Boston and the New York game, and it's currently still 0-0 at the top of the fourth, as it looks like it's going to be an out for the first out for the Red Sox, as Judge gets that. So, yeah, if you missed the first two games of the series, first game of the series, it was the Sox who won the series, won the game, winning it 3-1, and then the second one, it was the Yankees who won. But that first win, amazing. It was an amazing win. Bases were loaded. Yankees could take the lead, bottom of the ninth, and somehow we were able to get them out, and we won that game. As the ball goes up, it's going to be another out for the Sox, as that's 2 outs now. And the Yankees playing strong here. Yankees have been playing the Sox tough, and yeah, the Red Sox, we got to win this game. Obviously, this is a sudden death game, and I think whoever wins this game, they have the potential. They could make it all the way to the World Series, honestly. Like, the competition in the American League isn't too difficult for either of these teams, in my opinion. And yeah, the Red Sox are the 5th seed, but they're only 5 games back from the number 1 seed Blue Jays, which also have the same record as the Yankees. So yeah, these are all good teams. That's going to be interesting to see what happens in this playoffs. But yeah, Kevin, 14-0 49ers. What do you see happening?
I saw that the Rams got a break. Obviously, Mac Jones having a career day, actually, I think. He's obviously done everything he's been told to. And the Rams catching a break after a drop pass by Kendrick Bourne. Something you do not want, especially with the momentum you have going. That's something they don't want to continue to happen tonight. But again, how about Puka Nacua? He has 3 catches today, 24 receiving yards. Obviously, they want to get him going a little bit more, but 42 receptions on the season. The longest streak and for 7+ receptions in the NFL. So Nacua is just a receiving monster, it seems like.
Yeah, and let's take a look. This Rams and 49ers, obviously division rivals, they have played each other 152 times, and the 49ers lead the all-time series 78-71, and they've gotten 3 ties. So
Stafford at the 15-yard line, flags down. We're waiting for the call.
So put it back to 6:11 left on the clock as Bill Vinovich. We'll see what he has to say here. It's going to be on the Rams. False start on 77 of Jackson. That is... looking at the wrong roster. That is Jackson Aldrich there, the offensive tackle that is going to be called in. And games with 10+ receptions and 100+ receiving yards. Yeah, Nakua's already had 3 this season. That's impressive.
Adams, someone who was brought in to be a weapon for Matthew Stafford. Has started this year out a little slow, coming from the Jets. They want to find some of that potential they know Devontae Adams has, obviously being one of the best receivers in the past few years. But it's been Nacua who's taken the show. Stafford on 2nd and 15, backed up against his own end zone, finds Adams. Adams is going to get a good chunk of that back. 3rd down coming up, but with room, they have a good shot of getting this 3rd down. And the 49ers have been not the best today on 3rd and 4th down, so they need to get off the field.
So now third down for the 49ers here as let's see what Nacua and the Rams are gonna do here. Yeah, we may see them going deep. That has worked for the Rams and especially for Nacua throughout his career. Let's see what they do here. Stafford back to throw. Stafford's gonna find a short pass to Nacua. Did he get the 1st down? But now there's a flag out, so we'll wait to hear on both.
It might have looked like there was a holding on one of the defensive backs on Nacua. Nacua having a lot of space on that 3rd down. Maybe some additional yards. I think it's going to be a 1st down no matter what. I think Nacua might have just gotten that 1st down. But I think it was a defensive penalty, so let's hear the call. Holding on the defense, and it's going to be a 1st down for the Rams.
So that will make it a 1st down for the Rams, and the Rams... What is this? Let's see if this is going to help them here. As just looking back at that play again, that's going to be a holding. That's Lenore there, and that's obviously a holding. But now, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Robinson in the backfield as Stafford back. Stafford to throw. Goes up high. Goes up. And it's going to be too far. Yes, a deep pass to Nacua. But unfortunately, Stafford throws it a bit too far there. And Nacua does not get there in time. That's going to make it 2nd and 10. But that would have been a big catch if he was able to get it done. So Nacua went out on the outside to go deep. And unfortunately... Stafford threw the ball just a little too far there, and he wasn't able to get it for the big catch.
Yeah, you see Nacua hit a double move, and you just want him to make a move there. Just a bit overthrown. Stafford on 2nd and 10 drops back, finds Kyron Williams, and he's going to pick up a good amount of yards there, close to the 3rd down marker. But, that previous pass was intended for Nacua. Could have been a home run touchdown pass, but... just a miss by Stafford, something you don't see him do.
Yeah, so now 3rd and 4 for the Rams as they continue to march down the field. Gonna line back up now. On this drive, 4 passes. We've seen 0 rushes so far. Will that trend continue? They're still on the other side of the field. So
Stafford in the empty backfield looking for... It looks to be Ferguson, the rookie. The plays you need most on 3rd down, he makes. What a play by the rookie from Oregon.
What a catch by the rookie tight end there to get it in. And just like what Kevin was saying, that was the play that they needed. As that is going to be a 1st down for the Rams. What a catch it was Siegel who was on the defense there, not able to knock the ball out. 62 yards now passing for Matthew Stafford as he's back in motion. Stafford back out. Stafford to throw. Goes back up. It's going to be caught. That is going to be caught. Number 88, their tight end. Their wide receiver. Jordan Whittington. Interesting number for a receiver, but that is going to be, what a catch by them, giving them the 1st down.
Whittington just going to find a crease in that defense, and he's going to pick up a big 1st down. A former Texas Longhorn. He's been used to these big games in his career, playing with previous Quinn Ewers. So he's a notable guy who has some experience in his college career. Stafford gonna play action, move to his right, find Whittington again. Whittington is gonna be just short of the 1st down, but a gain of 9 yards again for his intended receiver, which is caught by Whittington.
So what a catch, and it's gonna be a short. So yeah, Sean McVay obviously keeping the offense out. If they don't get this, it's gonna give the 49ers pretty good field position. Actually, never mind. I don't know what I'm saying, but regardless, yeah, yeah, you might as well go for it. Not the best field position, but what a catch. That was just a good catch by Whittington.
And they were going to give him the first down, actually.
Yeah,
It looked
guess.
like he was short, but
Yeah.
first down, Rams. Stafford drops back, finds his intended receiver. Kyron Williams is going to walk in for the freest touchdown you'll see. Touchdown, Rams. Rams are going to take one possession. They're going to be down one possession now in the late second quarter, close to the 2-minute warning. Yeah.
Yeah, what a play by the Rams to get in for the touchdown. So let's take a look at this again. Stafford back out. Williams just wide open. No defenders on him. Passes him the ball. Walks right in. Gets that easy touchdown. And it's a 14-6 game. Rams got some points on the board now as Carty up for the extra point. Carty back out. 42 to hold as the kick is up. And it is good and through. Straight up the middle. We did not see a block kick there. We've seen a good amount of block extra points this season or block kicks, but that one is gonna be good. Your score 14-7. And yeah, what a game so far. 49ers playing the Rams tough, but in this one, but the Rams able to get the touchdown there to make it a one-possession game and a close one there. And still here in the second quarter, but almost to halftime. Stay tuned as we'll be doing a halftime show, recapping the first half, and then we'll take a little break after that. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in right now. We currently have 5 people watching, so I want to thank 6 people watching, so I want to thank everyone for tuning on in. And just taking a look at, there's some exciting games this weekend, so let's just talk about a few of those games. So, Kevin, what's one game that comes in mind that's exciting for you this point? We'll talk about this at halftime. The commercial break has already ended as we are back, and Sky Moore is going to bring it back out.
Sky Moore going to look to maybe be at the 32-yard line. Obviously today, Mac Jones has been doing everything he's been told, and he's been doing everything right. No turnovers yet, maybe, but he's done everything he's been told. And what a day for Mac Jones. Obviously, CMC, not a big rushing day, but a receiving day for CMC. You fantasy football watchers out there, he is doing everything you want him to do. It's almost 17 points in the first half.
Yeah, 49ers has the time on their advantage. They have 2 timeouts, also have the 2-minute warning. Let's see what they're able to do here before halftime. As Mac Jones back to throw, goes back up. It's gonna be a pass.
Intended for Tonjes?
I believe that it was intended for Tonjes, but we'll see. Regardless, it's the 2-minute warning here as Mac Jones. Rams did give him some pressure there that messed up his pass, but it is a 14-7 one-touchdown game right now. And yeah, now let's talk a little bit about some matchups coming up this week. So Kevin, what matchups may stick out for you?
The matchups that stick out to me, obviously, the Houston game sticks out a little bit if Lamar were to play. I think that would be a low-scoring, competitive matchup. But I like the matchup Sunday night. The Patriots getting some wins, putting some wins together as of late, taking on a division rival on Sunday Night Football at the Bills. That looks to be a good matchup, especially with Josh Allen on primetime. Looks like the MVP frontrunner. If we get Jaden Daniels back this week, the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Commanders, I think that would be a good matchup. Obviously, I think which could be game of the week. We have the Buccaneers and Seahawks, 2 offenses that love to score. And then we have a defensive matchup in the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles, who are one of two undefeated teams remaining, going against one of the best defenses, if not the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah, and the Yankees just scored. I don't know what to say about that, but that's not what you want to see as a Red Sox fan. As it's hard to tell who got that, but I hope they have not shown a weak play, but did not catch who got that. So we'll wait to see. But Yankees up at bat. It's gonna be a swing and a miss. And yeah, let's just take a look at these matchups. So, yeah, a matchup that sticks out to me is this Buccaneers Seahawks game. We got a battle of two quarterbacks that, yeah, they had a rough start to their career, but after Baker did good on Cleveland, but after being on the Panthers together and going through so much together, they have found their footing. Both on their team, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield. Sam Darnold, again, playing great this season for the Seahawks. And I had no doubt in my mind that he was going to be a pretty good quarterback. Yes, the Jets just kind of ruined the beginning of his career because they were the Jets. And then he went to the Panthers where he was with Baker, and Baker and him were on the bench for... I don't even remember who fully. It was a while ago, but we're back 2 minutes to go as Mac Jones back in the pocket. It's gonna keep it. Mac Jones back up. Is gonna throw it. It's gonna be caught for the first down.
Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah, the duo from New England now in San Francisco. Kendrick Bourne will get the first down.
Yeah, back from the 2-minute warning. 49ers. A little bit of a sluggish second half. Obviously, that's a big play they needed. Kendrick Bourne has a good stat line for the day to start out. That is his third reception for 64 receiving yards, and he obviously just got a first down for his team. Mac Jones on 1st and 10. Jones going to step back, has time, finds McCaffrey. And
he's going to lose it.
Oh, no, it's Tonjes, but it was ruled incomplete on the field by the side officials. Tonjes has a receiving touchdown today. And yeah, Tonjes is stepping up in a role that he has big shoes to fill. George Kittle obviously out, so Tonjes is going to have to come up with a big game as he already has a touchdown already on the day, as we are going to see a Rams player injured on the field. That looks like it's number 53, which would be Nate Landman. I think that's one of their linebackers, but not something you like to see.
Yeah, and as that goes on, terror in the Yankees-Red Sox game, as the Yankees just got another one here. It looks like, number 11 on the Yankees.
That might have been Volpe.
Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the Yankees players, but
Volpe, yeah.
he's the Red Sox player. The Red Sox is not able to grab it, and it's now a 2-0 lead. It's not looking good for the Sox right now. And
not a good inning for the Red Sox,
yeah.
as they have given up 2 runs in the fourth inning.
Yeah, the Red Sox. Last time they won the World Series is 2018, and they're hungry for another one. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough road to get there this season. But if we could beat the Yankees, that's all. I'd take that. But yeah, so we're now 0-2, and me and Kevin both thought the Rams were going to win, and I have a few other predictions that came in as well for this game that I got. So first, I have my dad. He said Rams are going to take this one 17-10 in a low-scoring game. That score is still possible. 3 more field goals in this game. That's it. That would be a pretty boring game. And then I have a prediction from Gavin. Gavin thinks the Rams are going to take it 36-28 in a shootout game, and that would be an exciting game. We'd gotta see a lot more points, but yeah, we'll see what happens and if any of the predictions come true. But if you missed it earlier, my predictions 27-13. And Kevin, what was your prediction to start the game?
I believe I had 24-10.
Yeah, and And at halftime, we'll make our new predictions based on the halftime score. So make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's right now it is a 7-point game here as we are back. And we come back from the commercial break, and let's see what the 49ers can do here. As Mac Jones, let's see if you can see some Mac Jones magic. Battle of two-way coaches, of course, for years. Sean McVay and the 49ers coach. So they've played each other so many times. It's been a great battle for them as coach for both of them as coaches for years. But Mac Jones back in shotgun, spread out movement for Kendrick Bourne and McCaffrey in the backfield. Mac Jones signaling a new play now as 49ers got two receivers out left. It's going to be a handoff to McCaffrey. Flag comes out. McCaffrey looks to get across the line. We'll see what the flag is.
Looks like maybe the 49ers jumped or were offsides there. We're going to hear the call. Looks like it's going to be maybe the penalties decline, but we don't know the penalty. But yeah, doesn't matter. Penalty decline. Looks like it's going to be second down. No, third down actually, sorry. 3rd and 10 for the 49ers, who have found a lot of success on 3rd and 4th down conversions on the day. Kyle Shanahan, obviously, 49ers head coach, offensive mastermind. He's going to try to get his offense his first down in some way. Sky Moore's going to move out to the left side of the field. Mac Jones commanding his offense. And there's going to be a timeout taken by Kyle Shanahan's 49ers.
Timeout is taken here as that's going to make it as it is currently 3rd and 10. Trying to game plan here and figure out what to do with 1:11 left in this one. It's 3rd and 10, and yeah, let's take a look at this Jared Verse and Williams.
Trent Williams.
So, yeah, and yeah, they've been at it in this game and in the past as they've taken on each other as well. An exciting matchup here as Jared Verse having an alright game so far tonight as it's going to be now 3rd and 10, 1:11 left.
Yeah.
They're going to line back
The
up.
rookie, the second year, rookie of the year, defensive rookie of the year, Jared Verse, not having the best day, matched up against one of the best offensive tackles as Christian McCaffrey. No, that's going to be Tonjes for the 3rd down and long conversion. What a call by Kyle Shanahan, and what a pass by Mac Jones is staying poised in the pocket and finding his tight end, who he has found for a touchdown already on the day, Tonjes. Mac Jones going to step back again and find a receiver. It looks to be Sky Moore for a gain of 8 yards. No, that's Robinson. Robinson for 8 yards. Mac Jones in a hurry-up offense with looks like one timeout remaining, 30 seconds coming down on the clock. This team needs to get going.
Yeah, Pinero getting ready as Jones back to throw. Is going to go off to the right, and Valdes-Scantling not able to grab it, unfortunately. 37 to defend there. Great job to deny Scantling that catch. That is Lake Quinton. So Quentin Lake. So it's now 3rd and 2 here. What are the 49ers going to do here? I think all they're trying to do is at least try to get a field goal.
Maybe the 49ers going to try to take some shots at the end zone if possible. They're going to run it with McCaffrey. McCaffrey is just going to get down. Time is running off the clock. It looks like maybe they have time for one more play, if that. Mac Jones might spike it here. Looks like, Mac Jones going to spike the ball, stop the clock. 13 seconds remaining on the clock. That's enough time for at least one or two more plays. Obviously in Eddie Piñeiro's range. But yeah, the 49ers, a 2nd and 10 with 13 seconds. Maybe they take a shot at the end zone, but it's very risky. They just want points out of this. I think they might run just one quick out route to the sideline to get it a little bit closer for Eddie Pinheiro because, he's he wasn't their starting kicker coming into the year, so trying to make it as easy as possible.
So
Mac Jones steps back, looks in the middle of the field, is incomplete, intended for Valdez Scantling.
incomplete there. That's gonna make it third down. Terror continues in New York. It is now a 4-0 game. What a rough inning for the Sox, but we're not out of it yet. You never know, but it is not looking good as the Yankees up 4-0. And yeah, yesterday was a game that I think I would have really liked us to have won because I feel like sweeping it would have been easier than doing it in Game 3, especially against the Yankees. But it's now 3rd and 10 as we look to have a timeout call here.
Sean McVay going to use one of his timeouts out of 3. Maybe just trying to give his defense, maybe he saw something he didn't like. Obviously, there's 9 seconds left. Not much you could do. But how about next week, Thursday Night Football, Eagles, Giants. Giants coming off their first win of the season with the rookie quarterback out of Ole Miss, Jackson Dart. What a game he had with his legs especially. Going against a division rival in the Eagles, I expect a big day for the Eagles offense.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna even be close in that game, honestly. Eagles are a much better team, especially with the Giants without Malik Neighbors. I'm gonna say like a 33-13 game, but we may see some offense by the Giants with Jackson Dart, but they didn't play phenomenal against the Chargers, even though they did win that game. And yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But 3rd and 10, Mac Jones back. He's gonna hand it off to McCaffrey. So McCaffrey has it going, and he's gonna be down short of the first down. And they're gonna call the timeout, and it looks like they're gonna send Pinheiro out there. Eddie Pinheiro to try to make it a 10-point game before halftime. And the 49ers call the timeout. And yeah, we've seen this has been an exciting game so far. Kevin, what are your thoughts?
What a game. I'm pretty surprised. The 49ers coming off a loss last week, and what was an upset at home against the Jaguars. Maybe coming in with a chip on their shoulders as underdogs in this game. The 49ers carry some swagger with them. So 49ers are not going to be an easy win for no team in the NFL. And they're showing that, and they're proving that tonight. Maybe potentially take a 10-point lead to go to the second half on the road against a division rival who tends to score on offense, holding them to 7 points in the first half. Eddie Pinheiro, the kick is up, and it is good.
And it's going to be a 10-point game as we are going to head into halftime. Your score, 49ers 17, Rams 7. And what a start for this game. It's been back and forth, but more domination by the 49ers. And yeah, we will be right back in just a moment. Hello and welcome back to our halftime show. Ben Silk here with Kevin, and a great first half, especially by this 49ers defense. 49ers able to start off with an early first drive touchdown, making it an early 7-0 game, and then their defense able to continue their domination, not allowing the Rams to move down the field at all, basically, making it, and then 49ers got the ball back, making it 14-0. It's been domination by the 49ers. However, the Rams able to get a touchdown during the game to make it a 14-7 game. 49ers able to get down the field and get a field goal as time expires as we go into halftime, and your score, it's a 10-point game, 17-7, 49ers. And Kevin, do you want to get us started off? Are there any plays that have stuck out to you in this game so far?
Yeah, definitely. There's been some big plays. I think the one that sticks out to me the most was that third down catch by Terrence Ferguson for the 49ers, for the Rams. Big momentum shift for the Rams. That offense has been lackluster today. Terrence Ferguson, obviously the rookie from Oregon, coming and making a big contested catch to keep the Rams drive on continuing, and they ended up scoring on that drive. So I think that might have been play of the half, especially for the Rams, who have been very slow today on offense. And then another play was the 49ers jumping on that fumble by Blake Corum in the second half there. So yeah, there's been some great plays. What would you say your best play or your favorite play was of the half?
Yeah, favorite and best play. I'm going to talk about that big catch. Yeah, it wasn't for a touchdown or anything, but it was a big play to get the 49ers down the field and continue the momentum the catch that they just showed, that might have been the catch of the day for me.
Yeah,
that was pretty good, but I think it was that Mac Jones throw to Kendrick Bourne to get it all the way down the field. What a catch that was. And that basically led to them getting the touchdown on that drive, and that those two obviously have the chemistry back in New England, I think has really helped them out tonight. And Kendrick Bourne, a big reason why this 49ers team is up as big as they are right now. But let's talk about let's talk about 49ers first. Who's a player that stood out to you on the 49ers tonight?
I think it has to be number 5, Robinson. The Robinson guy, I didn't even know coming into this game. He's had a big game today. Another one was the Tonjes, the tight end for the 49ers, coming in for George Kittle as he's obviously injured. The Tonjes has a touchdown on the day, has another big catch. The 49ers is using some bench players, and they're finding success with Mac Jones. I want to briefly talk about your thoughts on Mac Jones. Obviously, this is his third team, previously being on the Jaguars a year ago. Some people are forgetting that, but he was on the Jags last year, now on the 49ers, and obviously he was a Patriots. He was the Patriots quarterback for a few years, previous Pro Bowler. What have you seen in him today that maybe like the Patriots as an organization, they drafted him? Why do you think are you seeing some of the stuff that he's doing today and why they maybe picked him?
He's showing why he's he's also, I'll just get to the point also, he's a player that I think stuck out. That's what I was going to say. But anyway, he's really showing that he's really playing like that quarterback that he was drafted to be, showing the potential. Yeah, like the issue with Mac Jones throughout his career is like he's been on and off. He could have big games, he could have bad games, and tonight he's having a big game. He's playing phenomenal, and I think Shanahan worked with Jones for this game, came to come up with a great game plan, and what they came up with is working pretty well against this Rams squad. I think if they keep it up into the second half, I think the 49ers are going to win this game by a little bit, but we'll see. But now let's talk Rams, and a player that stuck out the Rams. I'll go first on this one. Yeah, the Rams have not been able to do a ton tonight, but I gotta say, I'm gonna say Williams here, Kyron Williams. That was a clutch play to get in the end zone for the touchdown a few other clutch catches Williams had tonight as well. I think he's been an important player for the Rams. Kevin, what about you?
I would have to say, yeah, the Rams have they've struggled today on offense, so it's hard to pick a player who stood out to me. But I would probably agree with you. I would say Kyron Williams. He's had some decent rushes. Obviously has the only score for the Rams today, but I would also say Puka Nacua. He's obviously he leads the NFL in receptions. Only has 3 receptions in this half, but we saw a play that could have took the everything out there. He almost got a touchdown, a big touchdown, but obviously Matthew Stafford just overthrew him a little bit. So I would say Kyron Williams and Puka Nacua have stuck out to me. Not as much Puka Nacua because he only has 3 catches for 20 yards, but I would have to agree with you, Kyron Williams for the Rams.
Yeah, and what are your thoughts? Nacua not playing like he did the first few weeks. He's having a rough night tonight, and the 49ers have found a way to stop him. What are your thoughts on this, Kevin?
I think the 49ers, obviously losing last week, they came in here hungry and they wanted to take out as many of their star players as possible. Alongside of that, Puka Nacua obviously having a slow night. And Devontae Adams only has 1 catch on the day. That's their wide receiver too, who they brought in to be that 1-2 punch to help Matthew Stafford. Obviously, everything has been slow today, so I'd say Nacua has been shut down in this first half, but there was still another half of football to be played. And another question that I wanted to ask you was, do you think the 49ers can keep up what they're doing? Do you think they're going to let off the gas a little bit? And do you think the Rams are going to end up coming back in this game?
It's going to depend what's happening in that locker room right now. For both of these locker rooms, what is Sean McVay saying to this Rams squad? Is he going to get them pumped up for the second half? We've seen this back in Somers. Shout out to those of you watching from Somers. Coach DiMatteo always does an amazing job pumping up the Somers squad, and when down at halftime or not playing the best half. And we've seen phenomenal second halves by the Tuskers throughout the years here. Watching their games, but we'll see what the Rams do. But Sean McVay, a great coach, I'm sure he'll have something to say, and I think it's gonna. At the end of the day, though, it comes down to the teams and how well the chemistry is with the players and stuff. I think the Rams are gonna come back from the second half, playing more tough. But I do feel like the 49ers, they're the better team here. Shanahan's going to be talking to them too. There's some mistakes the 49ers have made as well tonight that they've gotten lucky with, but they could still be better, and it's going to be interesting to see. But I think anything could happen here. I think it's going to be whatever team comes out of the half playing better is going to be able to win this game.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there.
Yeah, and I guess we cover the next topic about what each team needs to do to win the game.
I guess I'll give my predictions for the second half.
Yeah.
Rams are going to start with the ball. I think that will play a key part. Obviously, there's more drives to happen, but if the Rams can come out in the second half on the first drive of the second half and go down there and score, I think we could see the Rams taking over in this game. But will they do that is the big question. Matthew Stafford having a bit of a slow day. But if the Rams can come out in this second half and punch the 49ers in the mouth, I think the 49ers might just put their foot off the gas. And we could see some turnovers from Mac Jones. I'm not saying he's going to do it, but today Mac Jones looks like he's perfect. But will he keep that up? That's a big question. You're asking Mac Jones to play great football for 4 quarters. Is he capable of doing it? I think so, but we have to see in the second half.
Yeah, 49ers playing phenomenal. I think they do keep this up, and I think the defenses are going to come into this third quarter playing them tough. I think we see a field goal out of this third quarter. It's going to be, I think, 17-10 heading in the fourth. 49ers not able to do anything, but in the fourth quarter, the 49ers are able start moving the ball again, and I think it's gonna be we're gonna see some points in the fourth quarter, and it's gonna be a 31-17 win for the 49ers.
Yeah, as Mac Jones' stat line goes for the day, 15 of 23 for 150 plus yards and 2 touchdowns passing on the day. Tonjes having one and McCaffrey having one. I think McCaffrey's gonna have another big half. McCaffrey is doing everything he's been told, but Eddie Pinheiro gonna kick it off to the Rams for the second half of this game.
And we are off for the second half. As to return it, that is going to be Smith once again with the return. So, start of the second half, it will be the Rams who has the ball. And the Rams will be starting off as it's the start of quarter number 3 here.
Yeah, quarter number 3. Like I said, Matthew Stafford coming out in the second half with his team. It looks like the Rams is a second half team. We saw them take it over against the Colts just a week ago. So this Rams team looks like they're a second half team. Matthew Stafford stepping in the pocket, finds Nakua for a gain of looks like 4 yards. Nakua already getting involved in the offense coming out of the half. That's what you want to see in this Rams offense, especially Sean McVay wanting his team to get going as they had a lackluster first half.
So now 2nd and 6 here as the Rams spread out. We got 2 receivers out to the left, 1 on the right. Looks to be Nakua out on the right as running around. We got, I believe that's Williams in the backfield as Stafford back to throw. Goes up and is going to find that's 87 who gets the catch, not Nakua. Number 87 for the Rams, and that is going to be...
Davis Allen.
Davis Allen, yeah, with the catch. Davis Allen, one of the tight ends here, along with Tyler Higbee and...
Terrence Ferguson.
Yeah.
Looks like he's the tight end 3, someone who wouldn't get a lot of snaps, getting a big catch there. Handoff to Williams. Williams is going to pick up a gain of 1, but flags on the field. Maybe a holding, bringing the Rams back 5 yards, waiting for the call.
So we'll wait to see about 1 minute into the third as let's see what Bill Vinovich has to say.
Holding on the defense. That's actually going to... Oh, no, there's 2 calls on the field.
Yeah.
Both calls will offset, and it's going to be a repeat on first down for the Rams.
Yeah, and I want to thank everyone tuning on in right now. We currently have 6 people watching, so thank you for everyone currently watching. And thank you for choosing us for your streaming and watching of the game for tonight. We appreciate it. So it's now 1st and 10 here. Stafford back out, movement for 87. It's going to be handoff to Williams there, and he'll be down. It's going to be a gain about halfway to the next down. It's going to be a gain about 5 and 4 or 5 there, as it's going to be 2nd down. Williams on the 5-yard line. And yeah, what a great play there. But as we have a moment, I want to talk about. So we put a poll up on my dorm room's door as well, and what the poll was is who's gonna win tonight, 49ers or Rams, and the vote was there's 4 votes for the Rams, 0 votes for the 49ers. So Holly Point predicting the Rams tonight as Stafford back out, hands off. Fake handoff to Williams, had the cameraman even tricked up there, as that's going to make it a 3rd down, 3rd and 6 now, as 49ers defense showing up. Yeah, I told you, coming into the second half, I think it's going to be a tough quarter for offense. I think the defense is going to come out strong here. There's a reason why these 2 teams do have phenomenal defenses. Whenever these 2 play, we don't see a ton of points scored. And yeah, there's a reason for that. These are just 2 amazing defenses. As Stafford is back to throw, it's going to find Williams, and it's caught and dropped. And that's going to make it a 4th down. That was all the Rams there. He was open. He just dropped it there. And it's now 4th down. And yeah, let's see what they're going to do here. They're probably going to punt it away would be the smart thing to do. But who knows? The Rams have gone for it a few times today.
Yeah, maybe looking to see the range of the kicker, and they're gonna bring out Joshua Carty for the field goal attempt, a 53-yard field goal attempt from the right hash mark on the field.
I didn't realize they were in field goal range, but here we go. As Cardi goes
And
up,
it is
no
going
good.
right, and the Rams are going to miss out on 3 points. Joshua Cardi missing the field goal, and the Rams are going to lose points again. Now from a missed field goal and a turnover, the Rams missed out on 6 points.
Yeah, and Josh Cardi, been with the Rams a few years now, of course, taking over for the great Zerline. And yeah, Josh Cardi's been a pretty good kicker for the Rams. But let's talk about last week. Kevin missed it because he came a little after that, but 65-yard field goal for the Buccaneers kicker. That was just crazy. And Kevin, do you think the field goal record of Justin Tucker is 66 yards? Is that going to be broken this year?
Oh, I think it's going to definitely be broken, if not this year, in the next few years for sure. You see the talent in these kickers is just improving every single year, it seems like. It seems like if your kicker can't drill 50-yard kicks now, like, you're at a disadvantage. I feel like it's definitely going to be broken, especially with teams being more confident in taking risk in their kickers kicking at that range. So yeah, I definitely think it will be broken this season.
Yeah, for sure, and I definitely agree. It's going to definitely be broken, and there's a few kickers out there I think could break it. So, Jaguars kicker, he kicked... The
Jaguars kicker kicked the 70-yard
field goal.
But it was in the preseason, so technically that will not be counted.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean... Yeah, Cam Little. That does not mean that he's done it one time before. Will he do it again? I don't know if he'll get 70, but he could potentially break the record. And yeah, Cam Little. We'll see. We'll see if he's able to get it done. But the guy I think is going to break the record is the Cowboys kicker, and Brandon Aubrey. He kicked last year. He tied the record. It was the 66-yard record, and it was called back because of something. But he ties Tucker's record, but he got a 64, and a 65 a few weeks ago as well. So. Yeah, this kicker, he's going to break the record. And yeah, I think he's going to break the record. What about you? You think Aubrey is the one that's going to take it?
I think it's either going to be... I think it has to be Aubrey. I mean, Aubrey has the best leg in the league right now. So I think Aubrey's going to be the one to do it for sure.
Yeah, and another guy to take a look out for as well. I don't know if he'll make it or not, but Jake Bates, the Lions kicker, has been kicking phenomenal as well.
Or maybe Cam Little. They give him another opportunity similar to what we saw in the preseason.
Yeah, who knows? Especially at Denver, great gravitation there. We'll see. As now Jones back out there.
With good field position too. Hands it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to pick up a gain of 2 yards on the ground. McCaffrey's having a day. Yeah, notable injuries, like we mentioned, Brock Purdy out with a toe injury. Ricky Pearsall out with a knee injury. Brandon Ayuk has been out for a while now. I think he's out with an ACL injury, maybe to come back later in the season. Jawan Jennings coming with an ankle/rib injury. And then, obviously, their best defensive player, Nick Bosa, out for the season with the ACL injury.
Yeah, those are a lot of losses for this 49er squad,
and
especially this early in the year. That's rough for them. But Jones, back to throw. Goes up in the air. Throws to, I don't know where he's thrown there. Hard to tell who their tender receiver was, but 2 Rams by the incomplete pass.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been a miscommunication on that play right there, because it looks like Mac Jones was questioning where his receiver was running, but the ball is out of bounds, and it is 3rd and 8. With this good field position, the 49ers are 1 play away from being hit with a 3 and out and punting it over to the Rams. But the Rams have had trouble stopping the 49ers on 3rd down. Mac Jones steps back, finds Tonjes, and there's a flag down. Williams, number 31, is going to get called for that. It's going to be a 1st down for the 49ers. The Rams are going to not catching a break with these penalties and these the 3rd down stops. They cannot get off the field. Sean McVay definitely doesn't want to take that hit for his offense after missing out on points. Now you're giving the 49ers an opportunity to be in field goal range already.
Yeah, so 49. So with that, it's going to be first down there with that penalty as 49ers fast movement down. We got McCaffrey, and it looks like may have Bourne back there as well. That's 44 as we go back up, and it's going to be caught. What a catch by Kendrick Bourne there. That may be the play of the game.
Oh, and it looks like Mac Jones might have got hit.
Uh-oh. Mac Jones.
Mac Jones having a reaction after maybe taking a possible hit. I think he might be okay, but it looked like he was a little bit limped up after that hit. And Kendrick Bourne, 4 receptions for 83 yards on the day. And it's Jared Verse coming in with that almost late hit. Mac Jones taking it well, but obviously that had a little bit of an effect on him. He came up a little slow.
Yeah, and we've been seeing great performances this season by former Patriots. Of course, Thornton on the Chiefs, and Jones and Bourne tonight, as it's going to be a handoff to McCaffrey there. Couple yards gain there as Rams doing a great job in stopping McCaffrey, but they've let up some big plays.
Mac Jones, yeah, look at it. Like I said, he was limping. Looks like that hit from Jared Verse might have caused a reaction for Mac Jones. His movement looks a little off. We could see Mac Jones maybe coming out of the game.
Yeah, that is not what you want to see. That is not what you want to see.
We could expect another handoff to Christian McCaffrey if Mac Jones has movement issues. And he hands it off to Brian Robinson Jr. Robinson Jr. is going to pick up a gain of 4, bring it to 3rd and short. Jones trying to walk it off, whatever he's dealing with. Looks like it might have been that knee or ankle that he was dealing with previously. That's why he was questionable a few weeks ago. Maybe that hit affected that already lingering injury he's dealing with.
And their 3rd string QB currently is Adrian Martinez. He is not on this roster, but according to Safari, he is the 3rd string quarterback. So with Purdy and Jones out, he is the next guy up. So we see action from him. But Jones back in action, back to throw, finds Bourne again. It's going to be caught. He'll be down close to the 10 as it's now fast movement now for the 49ers down the field. And, they're looking like they're going to get in here.
Yeah.
Just some great few plays with Jones and Bourne. Great chemistry there.
Mac Jones taking another hit and staying poised in the pocket, finding Kendrick Bourne for the 5th time on the day for a 93 receiving yards. What a day Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones are having as that connection from New England continues. Jones is going to hand it off to McCaffrey. McCaffrey is going to get a gain of looks like 3 yards, bringing it to 2nd and 7, almost in the red zone. Mac Jones calling maybe to get taken out of the not taken out of the game. It looks like he's getting a call from his coach. It almost looked like he was walking out. But Mac Jones commanding the offense perfectly today. This 49ers offense doesn't want to turn it over in the red zone here. They want to put points on the board, especially taking a touchdown on the road could definitely help them out. Jones going to be under center in the red zone on 2nd and 6.
Movement from Valdez Scrantley. Now back to throw. Jones goes up. It's going to find Bourne once again. Who else? Did he get the first down?
Looks like he did, or he's going to be short by maybe a few inches. But what a pass by Mac Jones.
Unfortunately, he wasn't able to get in the end zone, but a great catch by Bourne by the end zone. And Rams defenders there to not allow him to get there any further. That's the 31 of Williams, but great catch by Bourne. Only a few yards left to go. We may see a one in here by McCaffrey as it is now 1st and goal for the 49ers.
Yeah, 1st and goal. Juszczyk going to be in motion. McCaffrey takes the snap. McCaffrey getting a push from his offense, and it looks like he's going to be a yard short of the goal line. 2nd and goal coming up on, it looks like a few inches away from the goal line to put the 49ers up by almost 3 possessions.
Yeah, great job by the Rams defense there, being able to get them in and denying them that touchdown, blocking one of the best players in the league still, yes. Maybe not as the level as 2 years ago, but McCaffrey's still a phenomenal player. As now second and goal, Mac Jones handoff to, I believe that's Juszczyk. What happened there? We'll wait to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a direct snap handoff to Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, who is I think almost a 9-time Pro Bowler. That's like arguably, I think it is the best fullback in the NFL. Handed off right there, but he doesn't get it. Third and goal. This Rams defense needs a desperate stop, as they have been giving up touchdown after field goal today. They need one stop to give their offense a chance. Being down 3 possessions with time coming down off the clock is not what they want.
Yeah, and now 2.5 yards back from the end zone there, as looks like we're going to get a timeout called. And 6:39 left, third and goal. The 49ers, there's no rush. They're taking this time on this drive, as, Kevin, what do the 49ers need to do to get in right here?
I think you got to use CMC in any way possible, even if that means faking a play to him, if that means giving him the ball directly, a direct snap, or just handing it off. I think you got to use Christian McCaffrey, as he's your best player on the field. Any way to get Christian McCaffrey involved right now is what the 49ers are looking to do on third and goal. I think they might go for it, even if they don't get it. They're the road team here. They want to play as confident as possible. And if you look at the time of possession, they have held onto the ball almost twice as long as the Rams. So the 49ers have been holding the ball forever, and if they were to score here, that's almost slimming the odds of the Rams. But Mac Jones going to take the snap, and he's going to step in, and Jared Verse coming in with pressure, and the pass is incomplete, and Mac Jones takes another hit to that.
He is down.
Takes another hit to the ankle and knee area, and Mac Jones is down on the field. That is not what you want to see, as he has had a great game, and as a player, you don't want to see anyone down.
Yeah, looked to be injured a little bit a few plays back, but he may have overdone it there, and Martinez, this may be his chance, but it's fourth and goal. Are they going to go for it here, or just play it safe, especially with the new quarterback coming in, go for a field goal?
No.
But we've seen quarterbacks come in and get touchdowns on their first snap. A few years ago, Mike White and the Jets came in, or I don't even remember what Jets quarterback it was, but he came in. It was first and goal, and on his first snap, he was able to get it in for the touchdown. But we'll see what the 49ers are going to do here. As Mac Jones painfully on the ground. Let's hope he is okay, as that is a shame and rough to see. And, Martinez warming on up to come on in.
Yeah, Martinez, the third-string quarterback. That just shows you the amount of injuries the 49ers have had this season, where their third-string quarterback is playing snaps in the season. The hit coming in from Byron Young, that's number 0 for the Rams, coming in and getting Mac Jones. It didn't look like it hit him that hard. I think that injury, that lingering injury to his ankle, knee area, that's just been hurting him. You saw it a few plays back on this drive where he's been walking slowly and limping. Just taking another hit there. I think any little hit was going to affect it. So, Mac Jones, we don't know how severe that injury is going to be. Will he come back in this game? I don't know. It's hard to see. But Mac Jones having a great day. That sucks to see as a fan and as a human being. You don't want to see anyone going down. So
Yeah, that's for sure. And hopefully he's okay. But the interesting thing is, what are the 49ers going to do? It's fourth down, but they're right by the goal line, and
I think they have to kick the field goal. Your third string quarterback is not warmed up. I think you take your 3 points and you get out of there with something. Even though you would like 6 on the board with the extra 0.7, it just sucks that Mac Jones went down there. But I think you gotta just take what you got, and I think they're gonna end up kicking the field goal. The Rams have struggled to score today, and the Niners defense has come up big today. So I think he's taking trust in his defense, and they're going to take the 3.
I think that's a safe bet here, especially with a new quarterback coming in. You don't know what to expect from him, and it's going to be probably like a handoff to McCaffrey, and I'm sure the Rams D would prepare heavily for that. So just take a safe bet, especially with Jones out now. It's going to be harder to probably get down the field. I think it opens it up for the Rams, but you gotta just take points where you can find them. And yeah, I just think they kick the field goal here, but it's 4th and goal. Jones is on the sideline, and so is Martinez. So it looks like he's next to Jones.
Looks like Mac Jones is gonna get wrapped up even more.
Yeah.
It looks like they're tending to that ankle knee area. It looks like Mac Jones is okay, which is good.
Yeah, and they're kicking the field goal here. This is a 20-yard attempt. It's up. Chip shot field goal is good. So that's going to make it a 13-point game. 20-7. That is your score. The 49ers up by 13 as Mac Jones gets that one in.
Do you want to update the score?
Yeah, I'm going to get that now. Thank you OBS for providing this score thing for us tonight to be able to use. It's very cool to be able to have the score bug on with us tonight. And yeah, it's 20-7. Cool thing is we've been using OBS back to my Summer Sports Broadcasting Club days just last year. So yeah, but Mac Jones. That's earlier. It just showed Mac Jones walking fast in the field. That was earlier. But it looks like Martinez, when it's going to be the 49ers ball next, Martinez is going to have his chance. That's interesting. The 49ers are a team that, their quarterbacks get injured a lot. We've seen this in the past. A few years ago when they had Trey Lance, Jimmy G, both of them got injured. That's where Brock Purdy had the chance. Brock Purdy came in as starting quarterback before he got injured in the AFC Championship game. That's just some of it, as the kick is received once again by Smith, and he's going to be starting around the 32-yard line with 6:27 left in the third quarter. But the
49ers not being able to put 6 on the board still gives it a 2-possession lead for the 49ers and a chance where the Rams can come back. If they get a touchdown, there's a 3-possession game. So the Rams still alive in this game. They need a spark some way, somehow. Looks like they're going to keep it through the air. Matthew Stafford with a ton of time. Stafford is going to end up throwing it out of bounds. Looks like everything was covered, but he had so much time. Stafford usually would make a play with that much time, but everything looked like it was covered.
Yeah, great cover there, and that's gonna make it 2nd and 10 there. 49ers defense continuing to play as great as they've been playing all night long. Corum up a little bit in as a receiver, as now Stafford back to throw, goes up high, and it's gonna be caught. Was he able to hold on to it? Yes. That was Tutu Atwell with the catch. What a catch by Tutu Atwell.
Yeah, Tutu Atwell coming up big for the Rams last week, as I mentioned, getting the game-winning touchdown late in that game for 80+ yards last week, coming up big. He looks like there's going to be that deep threat for the Rams, as he has that quick speed that he brings to that offense, and comes up with a big catch. Not a big receiver, but he, like I said, that speed is going to kill the defense, and it shows right there as he gains a good 30 to maybe, looks like it was 30 yards. As there's a 49ers player down on the field on his one knee. It's not something you don't want to see. That's Matos, number 94, defensive end. He has 17 sacks in his 6th season, so that's someone that's a role player who's going to give you a decent amount of pressures and stuff. Not something you want to see, especially when they have a limited depth on that team with Nick Bosa going down on the defensive end position. So that's something that's something you could notice. Maybe that gives Matthew Stafford some more time if there's less pressure coming on the edge. Stafford going to drop back. Stafford finds Nakua. Nakua is going to get it to the 19-yard line, and he gets another big catch. Nakua showing out in this second half.
Yeah, a great catch by Nakua right when they needed him. Able to get, that's about 15-yard gain there for the Rams there, as the Rams moving now down the field, as that's going to make it 20 yards to go. That's 1st and 10 there, as Mac Jones is walking. What does that mean for him as he is bandaged up? Looks like he is walking, so maybe he'll be able to come back in. Stafford back out. Stafford to throw. It's going to find Corum.
Dropped by
Dropped.
Corum. Not a good day for Blake Corum. Has the fumble on the day. And when he gets back in the game with limited opportunities after fumbling, he drops the pass. We might be seeing him getting benched for this game. Mac Jones looked like he's trying to walk it off on the sideline. Desperately wants to play in this game, knowing how good of a game he's had so far. But if that injury is going to make him a disadvantage for the 49ers, maybe Kyle Shanahan saves his player from getting any more injured and says put Martinez in the game. So that's something we could see happen, even if Mac Jones says he could play. Stafford going to hand it to Nacua on a screen pass. Nacua's going to stay on his feet and pick up the first down, and it looks like 2 extra yards. Rams in the red zone. Stafford is moving this ball with little to no effort. Simple screen pass for the first down for the Rams.
Yeah, we'll take a look back at that again, at that screen pass. A great pass to the left. Nacua open, able to grab it there. What a catch, as he's able to gain a few yards after that as well. So now we're about at the 10-yard line now, as Stafford back out, 8 yards actually to go. As going to hand it off again to Corum. That's Williams. That's why it was not fumbled or dropped. And he's going to get down around the 1-yard line, 1 or 2 yards line. And the Rams driving down the field here. They're about to make it a 1-score game if they're able to get in here. But Williams able to get a few yards. Will Williams be able to finish it off here? Williams has been great on the ground all night. I think he's been the best player for the Rams in my opinion. And Williams, we'll see if he's able to show up here big again.
Yeah, Rams who have moved the ball well. Don't want to turn it over here as they have lost out on 6 points on the day. Hands it. Quick pass to Nacua. Nacua is going to score on a quick slant route. Rams take a 6-point deficit. 49ers are going to hold on to the lead by 6 points, but that brings it down to a 1-possession game. Nacua coming in big. Stafford sees that there's one cornerback on him, and that's just an easy touchdown for Nacua. Just hits a quick slant route, and Nacua is going to walk into the end zone almost, with being barely touched.
Yeah, and that is going to be a touchdown for the Rams, making it a 13-20 game with an extra point.
As Joshua Cardi comes in to kick the extra point, as Mac Jones is still warming up. He was trying to get in the game. Joshua Cardi setting up for the kick. Cardi, the kick is up, and it is good. Right down the middle.
A 6-point game here in LA, as the Rams, they're not giving up yet. What a great drive by Nacua, Tutu Atwell, and Williams. 3 key players to help Stafford get down the field and in the end zone on that drive. Your score 20-14. And folks, we're gonna take a look. It is still 4-0 in this Sox Yankees game. It's not looking good. And yeah, it's just a shame to see. Hopefully the Red Sox can pull off a miracle like they did in that movie Fever Pitch. But yeah, we'll see if they're able to do it. That 7-0 comeback. Yeah, that's impossible in real life, but you never know. 7-0 comeback in the 9th. But yeah, it's going to be 49ers ball once again, as we're getting towards the end of the third quarter. A little more points than I expected in the third quarter here, as these offenses are continuing to get the ball down the field. I thought we'd see a little more defense in this third quarter, but that seems not to be, as we actually got a pretty exciting offensive game right now. Yeah, Kevin, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, the Rams responding well to the 49ers taking that 3 points. They knew that it was a 2-possession game. And now if the Rams were to get it back and they score again, they could end up taking the lead late in the fourth quarter almost, with little to no time in this third quarter. So as the game winds down, The game is still a one-possession lead in a division rivalry matchup where it's anyone's game still, especially with Mac Jones being banged up. His movement is not going to be the same. And as he has stood in the pocket great today, and he's played one of the best games I think I've seen him play in his maybe his career, one of the career highlighting games for Mac Jones. It would suck for him to be out and have their third string quarterback step in as this 49ers offense has been moving really well tonight.
Yeah, that's for sure. I think the 49ers, can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the win is going to come down to Mac Jones being in or not. It's crazy to say, but he's having a great night. And
before we give our late predictions of the game, I want to do that like maybe when it's the fourth quarter break.
Okay.
We could pick who we think's going to come away with it. But as of right now, with 3:45 left on the clock, what do you think this 49ers offense needs to do now being only up 6 points?
They need, we'll see if Mac Jones is in. It's going to be, I think it's going to depend on who's in as quarterback, what they're going to do. But regardless, they need to.
Oh, and the ball is
fumble!
out!
Going back to, it's going to be number 19 who gets it, but it looks like this may be called back. That is Smith, who may have went back for a touchdown. It's going to be called back. And Mac Jones is back in. Wow. Banged up, wrapped up on the sideline. Mac Jones is coming back in. But
that might have been a fumble.
Yeah, that's a fumble. And he was able to grab
He
that.
was not down, guys.
Yeah.
That ball looked like it came out.
It did.
And it's picked up by number 19. The Rams could take the lead here late in the third quarter. And I think the challenge flags are coming out for Sean McVay as he looks like he is pissed on the sideline.
Yeah, and he ran back for the touchdown. So let's see what's going to happen here. Wow. That could be the player that does it. That is not.
We could see back-to-back plays by this Rams team as a whole scoring like 14 points in under maybe like a few seconds. That's back-to-back plays. We could see 14 points, and they take the lead here.
Yeah,
It looked to me that it was a fumble. To me, he was not down. Unless the whistle was blown, that's 100% a fumble. You can see that
he is.
the ball is out.
Yeah,
But was there a whistle called before that? We don't have audio, so we can't hear if there was a whistle or not. But that looked like it was clear.
McVay looks to be pissed.
He threw his challenge flag. So
Yeah.
if this is a successful challenge, they would obviously get the ball back.
It's the 49ers ball. They are calling it. The Rams have lost a ton.
The Rams have
It
not.
looks like it's the
Yeah,
49ers ball. Rams, they did not take away a timeout, however. As now another flag
Flags
is
down
out.
on the field. Looks like the 49ers are going to be moving back on a false start.
Yeah, Bill Vinovich refereeing tonight. He's refereed in both the 49ers Super Bowls that they have lost to the Chiefs, and also some other key games, like a few key AFC and NFC championship games. A lot of them have actually been games that the 49ers have lost, so. And that come down to his calls as well, which is kind of wild. So, not really the guy the 49ers want to see tonight, as that does not work out there.
Mac Jones obviously limping today and moves on the run and finds a receiver. It looks like it's Kendrick Bourne for like the 6th time today. Over 100 receiving yards on the day for Kendrick Bourne. Probably having his best game on the season.
Yeah.
Mac Jones, I was expecting him to hand it off to CMC, but it looks like he's able to move around in the pocket, which is a good sign for us fans. And as a player for him, he looks like he's healthy and he could play through this. But obviously, we want to see this game as it has been a pretty good game. Mac Jones stepping in the backfield with his running back beside him, CMC, and he's gonna hand it off to number 89. That's the backup tight end. I think that was Allen.
That is going to be 89 of Luke Farrell.
Oh no, it's Luke Farrell.
That's going to make it. Did they get it? No, it looks like. Yeah, so they'll line back up now. It's going to be. They did not get the first down, so it is 3rd and 1 here. Caffrey in the backfield We got Bourne out there as Jones tries to get into it.
Did
Does
he
not
get
look
it?
like
It
he
looks
got
like
it.
it's gonna be marked just short.
Yeah, Williams saying they have it. Ref saying that the Williams have it, and they'll have it. So it's gonna be 4th and 1. What are we gonna see here? Let's see, tush push.
Mac
for the
Jones
Eagles.
faking out the touch, but moves to his right, but just comes down early to avoid the hit. You could
Yeah.
see that injury's playing a crucial part in how he plays. If he wasn't as injured, he maybe tries to take that hit a little bit better to get a first down there, but it looks like he went down just early.
Yeah, but that's
And they give him the first down. So it will be a first down for the 49ers with under 2 minutes left in this third quarter. The 49ers have started slow in this half, only put 3 points on the board, but they're looking to keep the ball in their hand and move down to get some points and make it a 2-possession game. Because right now, if the Rams were to get it back and they were to score, they would take the lead in what has been a 49ers ball game.
Yeah, so see what the call is here. There's another flag out, and the call I guess is for the first down, and Shanahan does not look too happy. So we'll see what they're gonna rule this. So we're gonna look back at the play. Looks like from this angle it is a first down. So yeah, coming
Very
down.
close call.
It's close, yeah. Hard. You can't really tell from this angle because you can't really see the marker, but yeah. I don't think they're going to make it 4th
Oh, they
and
marked
inches.
it 4th and inches.
Yeah, Shanahan pissed for a reason. That's 4th and inches.
So both coaches getting bad sides of refereeing and officiating here. Obviously the Rams believing they came up with a fumble, and then the 49ers coming short, but it is 4th and inches and the tush push.
Does that work?
Do they get it is the question. I think he just got it. Mac Jones getting it enough for the first down. It looks like, yes, they will mark it as a first down.
And
49ers
it's
are
gonna be-
staying on the field.
That makes it a first down for the 49ers. Let's see what they did here. Yeah, tush push to get it in. 49ers taking play from the Eagles playbook here and getting it in. Yeah, so play that it worked pretty much 100% of the time. Second team I've only seen use it though this year. So yeah, so 1st and 10 now for the 49ers here. 1:06 left. They still
3
on their
seconds
side
running
of
on the
field.
clock. There might be a false start here. 0 on this clock, and it's gonna
Yeah.
be a
False start. It looks like.
timeout by the 49ers to avoid that call that would have brought them back 5 yards. Took a while for them to get started, and you saw that they have to use a timeout, and that leaves them with one timeout. And we're not even in the fourth quarter in a close game. That's not something you want for your team, especially in a one-score game.
That's for sure, especially late if you're down or you need those timeouts. One timeout already, yeah, that is not something that any team wants in the NFL, and yeah, so especially how we saw the 49ers rush off fast offense at the end of halftime where they only had one timeout. Like, it would be good for them to have more timeouts, give them probably those few more seconds that may be crucial at the end, as you saw towards the end of the first half. But yeah, the fourth downs. The 49ers tonight are 3 for 3.
3 for 3 and 5 for 11 on third downs. So obviously being very consistent on fourth down, but third downs they've been pretty good, almost like 50% on third down.
Jones back out there. Movement for the 89 of Farrell.
Looks like the Rams are blitzing, but it's going to be a handoff to McCaffrey. McCaffrey's going to keep the pile pushing. Looks like he's going to get a gain of 4 yards on first down, bringing it to maybe 2nd and 6 for the 49ers. Maybe we'll run one more play in the third quarter, and we're going to be off to the fourth quarter. We'll have a winner.
Yeah, the clock is ticking down here as it's now 2nd down. Let's see what we're going to do here. But
Enough time for one more play.
McCaffrey on the sideline for this play. Brian Robinson in as Jones back out. It's going to find Juszczyk. Does Juszczyk get it? He gets the first down, and did he get out of bounds? No, the clock is going to keep running, and that will most likely do it for the third quarter. 49ers up by 6. Your score is 20-14. And as we head into the fourth quarter, Kevin, let's talk scores. Kevin, what do you think is going to happen this fourth quarter?
Man, the Rams, I feel like they're going to take it in this quarter. It looks like momentum has shifted their way just a little bit. But if the 49ers are, it's going to be third and short here because I think they marked them just short. If they could get the first down and go and put points on the board, it's gonna remain a 2-possession lead, and then the Rams are gonna have to go score to close it again. But as of right now, I think it comes down to this next this drive for the 49ers. If they could put points on the board on this specific drive, I think they could take it, but you never know. I think turnovers have definitely hurt the Rams because they missed out on 6 points, and 6 points would have this game tied right now. So you talk about the Rams missing out on some crucial points. They could have points on the board, and we could have a tie game, but they have made those mistakes in this game. So will those mistakes happen? I think they clean it up. I think Sean McVay coaches a really good fourth quarter, and I think the Rams are going to come back and win this game.
Yeah, so I think the 49ers score in this drive, make it a 23-14 game, but I think this Rams team is gonna play them tough, and this Rams team is looking pretty good, especially Mac Jones playing injured does not help. I think they get a touchdown to make it 23-21, and then the Rams get the game-winning field goal as time expires to win 24-21. A great field goal by Cardi to get the game winner, 24-23. This is my final score prediction. Rams taking that one. Yeah, that's gonna be that would be an exciting ending to this one. But this has been an exciting game so far, back and forth, and we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen in this one, but it's going to be interesting.
I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think we see an interception? We have seen a fumble, so we've seen turnovers, but do you think a quarterback in this quarter will throw an interception and maybe turn it over in a big moment?
Yeah, I think it's very likely, and I think if there's a quarterback it would be Mac Jones, and I'm going to say, bold prediction, I think Verse gets the interception, been great on the defense, and I'm feeling Rams or Durant as well gets the interception, and I think the Rams is having better momentum right now. 49ers stuff going on obviously with Jones being injured, and Rams have been doing great stopping McCaffrey tonight, which coming into this game I had a feeling they would be able to do that, and receivers had showed up.
Third and one for McCaffrey. McCaffrey's gonna get stopped behind the line of scrimmage
by the Rams as they continue to stop McCaffrey. That's fourth down. It's fourth down. They're 3 for 3. What are they gonna do? This is gonna be We'll see what they do here. 6-point game, 1 score.
It looks like it was Brandon Fisk coming in with the tackle on third and short, getting his Rams defense off the field. That's a good stop for the Rams as they had a successful touchdown drive just a possession ago for the Rams. Do they take the lead in this fourth quarter for the first time?
Yeah, my prediction's already out of it, but now it's going to be Morstead to punt it away, and Rams take it back with it. Movement, that's 19 for the Rams. That is Smith. Xavier Smith, as out comes Stafford in the offense.
Yeah, Stafford is going to be having to drive the length of the field. It's going to be an 88-yard drive if they want to score. I believe they're on the 12-yard line, so 88 yards to score a touchdown. This is going to be one heck of a drive, and it's going to take a lot of time off the clock if they were to score a touchdown. So if the Rams score a touchdown here, we could see the 49ers have maybe 1 or 2 drives left if they were to score, but that's if they were to score. Limited possessions coming in this fourth quarter for both teams, so taking care of the ball is going to matter here. Stafford under center at the 12-yard line, trying to give his team the lead. Tutu Atwell in motion. Stafford going to find Nakua for the, I don't even know how many times. He leads the NFL in receptions for a reason. He's just getting fed the ball today. Nakua coming in, obviously having a monster year already. Nakua on the day has 65 yards, 8 receptions, and a touchdown. So he's going to continue to look for him. Stafford's going to continue to target him. Stafford going to drop back again, and he finds number 87. That looks like that's the backup tight end, the third string tight end actually. That's going to be Allen for the Rams, getting the first down. Sean McVay, obviously another offensive mastermind. You're looking at two coaches who just love their offenses. Matthew Stafford drops back, looks down in the middle of the field, and is almost intercepted. That is a pass that might have been intercepted if it was read the right way by the defense, but Matthew Stafford gets lucky and he walks away without turning it over. Davante Adams only has 1 catch on the day. Looking like they want to get him involved, but it's not looking good for this Rams. Other options besides Tutu Atwell and Puka Nakua, that's why Nakua has been getting fed. But Stafford.
So line back up now is Stafford. We got 2 receivers out to the left. Stafford back
Blitz.
to throw. 2nd and 10. It's going to be caught. Caught by... That's going to be Williams there. Does he get the first down? Close there to the first down. And we'll wait to see. From here, it looked like they did not get the first down. So it's going to be 3rd and inches. And yeah, they're going to call it 3rd and inches. So...
3rd and inches coming up. The Rams have not been running the ball almost at all today. It's almost been all through the air. So we could see a potential run here, or maybe another short pass that we saw similar to what the touchdown looked like.
As a handoff now to Williams, and that's going to be enough for the first down. A good one there, and yeah, but both these teams, their defenses have been playing very well against the one when they've been able to get down the field. When they've been able to get down the field, teams has usually had to do with their passing game and some big pass plays. So Stafford is back to throw. Goes into the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Throws to the middle. Looked like...
Stafford looking for a face mask call. It's not called, but he's heated up. Stafford is very angry after not receiving a face mask. Yeah, that is clearly a face mask that is missed by the referees and affected the pass. Not called on the field, and you could see why Stafford was heated after that play. And it looks like Nakua was held too. So 2 missed penalties that the 49ers committed. There was a penalty call.
So
Looks like they called the hold-in on Puka Nakua, but not the face mask.
So it's 1st and 10 now. 20-14. Stafford back to throw.
Has time.
Goes up. It's going to be caught by Adams. First catch tonight by Adams.
It
However,
looks
there's a
like it's
flag.
coming back. It looked like it was a holding, and that was so much time for Stafford. That was almost, I'm positive that was a holding on offense. Oh no, actually, it's on the defense. That is going to be a big reception for Davante Adams. His 2 catches today have been big catches. Rams in field goal range, looking to take the lead in the 4th quarter. It almost looked like it was a penalty on the offensive line, but it looks like the offensive line just put great pass rush. It just stopped the great pass rush, and Stafford had like a day to throw that ball. Stafford delivering that pass perfectly to Davante Adams for a gain of 25 yards. Stafford in 49ers territory.
Back to throw. Stafford is going to go up.
Looks
Deep
deep.
ball caught by Davante Adams, and he'll be down around the 10-yard line. What a catch. What a throw by Stafford to find Adams there. Now it's 1st and goal for the Rams. Fast-paced offense for the Rams. Been able to get it far up in the air in this one. So many great passes to get the ball down the field. Another great one to Adams there. Davante Adams, the former Raider, Packer,
Jet.
and Jet. And now on the Rams, obviously he's older, not as great as he used to be, but a great catch there as Rams back lined up. Stafford back to throw, taking his time, goes up, and it's going to be almost caught, but it's going to be incomplete. Attempted catch was by Colby Parkinson, and that's going to make it 2nd and goal.
Yeah, we saw on the previous play, back-to-back passes to Devontae Adams for a big gain of yards. But the Rams have struggled to run the ball here, besides running in the red zone. So we could maybe see some Kyron Williams touches here as they have struggled to run the ball. But in the end zone,
Stafford back to throw. Goes up, finds Williams in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. And with that, it's going to be a tied game. 20-20 is your score. And with the extra point, the Rams could take the lead.
yeah,
Wow.
Kyron Williams with his 2nd receiving touchdown on the day. And with an extra point, the Rams will take the lead in the 4th quarter for the first time on the day. That just shows the amount of success the defense has had but controlling that lead for the entire game against an explosive offense. The 49ers are going to be down 1 point if this is good, and it is no good. We have a tie game in the 4th quarter. The 49ers catch a break, and we are tied.
We're all locked at 20 as your score. 20-20. We head to a commercial break, and we will be right back in a moment. And welcome back as still on commercial break. We got a locked game here at 20, and yeah, it's going to be interesting what happens next.
The score is 20-20 after a missed field goal. But let's talk about Matthew Stafford on the day. 275 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, no turnovers through the air for Stafford. This Rams offense has came to life in the second half. Mac Jones is dealing with major injury. Now they're tending to his arm as well, and he's dealing with that ankle injury or that knee injury. So it looks like Mac Jones is really banged up, but he's going to have to pull through in a tie game in a divisional matchup in the 4th quarter. The Rams have had a lot of trouble, it seems like, with their special teams unit, as they have gotten multiple field goals blocked, including that game-winning block by the Eagles.
Yeah, that was a rough one for the Rams. especially people who had 3.5. And yeah, that was a rough one, but just shows how great the Eagles are and how lucky they are as well.
Or
But
maybe the Rams special teams unit for kicking extra points or field goals needs to work on their blocking.
yeah, they showed there was another one in that game too,
And
then
even
one
in the
against
Titans
Yeah. So Jones back out to throw, taking his time, short pass to 88, moving
Tom-
around.
Finds Tonjes.
Yeah,
Tonjes. I don't know how to say
That is
Tom-
Jake Tonjes.
it. Tonjes.
As that is gonna be a second down for the 49ers
Man.
there. Short pass there to Tonjes. There's only so much Mac Jones could do with his body right now as he seems to be playing injured, and yeah, like there's only so far that he could get the ball out. So it's now second and 8, able to get 2 yards after that play. Movement for Valdez Scantling, hasn't caught anything yet. Gotten a few targets.
Hand off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey looks like he's not going to gain a yard. This defensive line for the Rams has played pretty well today, defending Christian McCaffrey on the ground. It's mainly been Christian McCaffrey with the receiving game today, but on through the ground he has not found his success. So, looks like they might have to abandon the run and start airing it out because it is 3rd and 8. You're one play away from giving the ball back to the Rams, who are red hot, scoring back-to-back touchdowns. The 49ers desperately need a first down here. So what will they drop? And it's going to be blitz. Heavy pressure on Mac Jones. Mac Jones is going to throw it incomplete.
And that will make it a 4th down. This Rams defense is showing up clutch right here. And now they got to punt it away. 4th and 8 in their own territory.
Yeah.
There's no question here.
The Rams come with a blitz, and Mac Jones gets hit by Jared Verse. And just those hits keep piling up either way. And Mac Jones is just really banged up. We could see the end of this 49ers offense here tonight if they cannot get a stop. Because they have not been scoring. In the last 2 drives, they have not scored. And I think it's due to Mac Jones being too injured. The Rams going to get the ball back at the 30-yard line after taking that ball 88 yards on the previous drive and scoring Kyron Williams receiving touchdown. We are tied when Stafford gets back on the field, which he is coming out now.
Folks, the final score for you. It's really rough to say it, but the Yankees won 4-0. So, Red Sox out of the playoffs. Busted my bracket there, but yeah.
Red Sox eliminated. Yankees move on to take on the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays. I'll be rooting for the Blue Jays, that's for sure.
I picked the Yankees. I don't like the Yankees. I'm a Mets fan, but I knew the Yankees had that home field advantage, and I just felt like they had enough. I think the Red Sox, besides Crochet, didn't really have the best pitching options. That's why I picked the Red Sox to win one game, and it was with their pitcher, and that's what they did. But the Red Sox weren't able to just score at all in this series. But the Yankees will move on to play the Blue Jays, and that sets up the Cubs, Brewers, Dodgers, Phillies, Tigers, Mariners, and now the Blue Jays and the Yankees. The only prediction I got wrong was picking the Guardians, who I thought were going to beat the Tigers. But, yeah.
While we're on commercial break, let's just talk about each of these matchups. So, yeah, Blue Jays, Yankees, who you got?
Blue Jays, Yankees, I had the Yankees beating the Blue Jays. I thought the Blue Jays were a little bit overrated, as I mentioned in the video. I think if the Red Sox were to move on, I thought the Red Sox were going to beat the Blue Jays. But, yeah, I think the Yankees are going to move on in that series. And then the Dodgers. The Dodgers look pretty good against the Reds, but they're going against the Phillies, who are probably the best team in this playoff bracket. But we saw last year when the Phillies had the bye, I feel like they got a little bit rusty having that time off. They weren't hitting the best because they haven't hit in a little while. Do you see the Phillies maybe losing that series after witnessing what we saw with the Dodgers, or do you think they remain and play how they did last season?
Dodgers are a great team. Yes, they had they had a rough season. They didn't play as good as they had been, but the Dodgers are a good team, and honestly, I think both these teams have a very equal chance to play winning that series. But like, Dodgers look really good in that first series, and honestly, the Dodgers have a good chance. But
Yeah.
I do feel like this Phillies team is hot, but at the same time, this Phillies team coming off a few days of rest, I could see the Dodgers the Dodgers take that series.
Yeah.
But
Stafford's going to drop back, faking it to the running back. Stafford's going to deliver it, intended for Devontae Adams, but it was too high. 2nd and 10 coming up.
But Blue Jays, Yankees, I think the Red Sox win that series. And that's because I think the Yankees get disqualified. No, I'm kidding. But, yeah, no. I to be serious, Yankees are a good team. I think Yankees are a better team. They're going to wind up, I hate to say it, but they're going to take the series over the Blue Jays. I'll say 3-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hate it when the Yankees move on, but that's just the harsh reality of sports. The teams that you don't like, you just know that they're going to be better. But Stafford is going to deliver it for Adams. What a quarter for Adams, as he's getting all these targets in this 4th quarter. Adams just shy of the first down. It's going to bring up 3rd and 2 in a play that matters a lot, because if the Rams continue to move this ball, the 49ers might not get the ball back until there's under 3 or 4 minutes, and you're going to need something out of Mac Jones, and you just can't really afford to rely on Mac Jones, especially after being injured and beat up in this game so far.
So it's now going to be a 3rd and 1 for the Rams. A lot of 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1s tonight, I've noticed, as Stafford back out with it. Stafford to throw. Short pass. Intercepted. Was he able to hold on? No.
Almost intercepted on 3rd and short, and the Rams catch a break, because by almost any player in this league, that's a pick most of the time. But Stafford catches a break. Looks like he was intended for Adams. Adams didn't know where the ball was. It looked like it was just a terrible pass by Stafford, and Stafford's able to walk away, not getting that ball turned over. But the Rams are going to punt the ball, and the 49ers are able to get the Rams offense off the field.
Punt it, that was.
And the ball is going to be all the way down, almost to the 1-yard line, and that's going to be painful for the Rams. I mean, for the 49ers, they're going to have to drive the length of the field just to put some points on the board.
Yeah, and it is a 2020 game. We will be back in just 2 seconds. Alright, we're back, and let's continue to talk playoffs. So, Cubs-Padres. That's going to be... No, Cubs-Padres. Cubs-Brewers. That's going to be an interesting series. Cubs playing the Padres pretty well in all the games, as they won 3-1 today. And honestly, the Cubs are... Like, before I was saying Brewers, but... And the Cubs,
I picked the
think,
Cubs
have some
originally
momentum.
to move on.
Honestly, I do think the Brewers are the better team still, so I'm sticking with the Brewers, but you got the Cubs still?
Yeah, I'm picking the Cubs. I think the Cubs impressed me in that first round of the playoffs, and I think the Cubs are going to have a good run in this playoffs this year. I think they're the team that we see make a deep run in this playoff bracket, and I think they move on. Well, what are your thoughts on the Mariners and Tigers series?
Yeah, Mariners, Tigers. That's going to be interesting. When the Tigers, you thought they had a terrible streak at the end of the season, but it looks like they're back. They're taking on the Mariners. I do still think it's going to be the Mariners who do win that series, but it's going to be an exciting series, I think. I think that one could go to 5 games. But yeah, who you had for the American League Championship? You had Yankees, Mariners.
I had Yankees, Mariners, and I had the Mariners moving on to the World Series.
Yeah, well, I have Yankees, Mariners this time as well, and I think the Mariners are going to take it. Mariners, I got moving on to the World Series. And then I got Dodgers, Brewers in the National League Championship, and I think it's going to be the Brewers who move on. So I got Brewers and Mariners. Who you got in the National League?
I think I don't know, like this Phillies Dodgers playoff series is going to be very tricky for me. I think I want to say the Dodgers just because of the experience they have. They have like one of the best teams in the league, but I'm going to stick with the Phillies. I'm going to take the Phillies to move on, and I think the Phillies are going to be in the World Series. I think my predictions still stand. It's similar to what we saw in the video. No, actually the same as we saw in the video. I think it's going to be Mariners, Phillies, World Series, and the Phillies are going to end up taking it.
Yeah, so Mac Jones back in the end zone right now. 49ers spread out. Mac Jones back to throw. First game back there, and it's going to be intercepted! And it's going to be ruled incomplete.
Nearly intercepted.
Almost intercepted. Yeah, that's ruled incomplete. And my World Series prediction, it's changed a little bit. The Brewers and the Mariners, like, just based on what we saw in this wild card team, like, there's too many good teams here, and the Dodgers could very well make it as well, but I just feel like the Brewers could find a way to beat the Dodgers, but the Dodgers to beat the Phillies, as it's going to be Jones, and it's going to be caught by Bourne. Jones throws to Bourne around the 10-yard line, so third down, but it's going to be third and about 1 or 2.
Yeah, this is going to be a very hard drive for the 49ers to put any points on the board. They were backed up on their 2-yard line. They're going to need to drive the length of the field if they even want to score a touchdown. So Mac Jones is going to give it everything he needs in this drive. But it starts on this 3rd and 1. Can they convert on 3rd down? As they have been like pretty decent on 3rd down on the day. But Mac Jones needs a big first down here. Will he get it? Time running down. 1 second left on the clock. Mac Jones gets it off. Pressure on his edge. And he gets it to Kendrick Bourne for the big first down. What a day for Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones.
Who else but Kendrick Bourne gets that catch? 1st and 10, as that's what the 49ers needed. Backed up in the end zone. And now Kendrick Bourne showing up big once again for this 49ers squad. We got a solid game here. And I've called some exciting games through the time. That Browns-Steelers game last year on Thursday night, that came down right to the end with the Browns. Winston wound up pulling the upset over the Steelers.
Yeah.
One memorable game. And then I did that Packers-Eagles game in the playoffs as Jones back out to throw. It's going to find, that's Juszczyk.
Kyle Juszczyk for the reception. But I want to talk about Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones today. What a day for these two guys. Win or lose, Bourne 9 receptions for 132 yards. One of the best games he's had in years. Christian McCaffrey over a total of 100 yards with a touchdown. They're going to need to use those two as they have been the best players on the field today. But Kendrick Bourne looks like like that Patriots self that we saw for a season. But Mac Jones going to hand it off to Brian Robinson Jr. for a gain of 1. Now it's going to bring up 3rd down. The tackle made by the recent defensive rookie of the year, Jared Verse, coming up with a good stop and tackle right there for the Rams defense.
So yeah, Mac Jones taking a look. Verse on to him, but what a play! Another good handoff and one by Robinson. Robinson, of course, trade from the Commanders towards the end of the offseason as 49ers spread out movement for Bourne heading to far left as Jones back to throw, and it's going to be caught by Christian McCaffrey, and McCaffrey takes it. It's going to be a first down and some more there as the 49ers driving down the field with right under 5 minutes to go. Are they trying to run out the clock here? But there may just be too much time left, and the Rams are a team that could get down the field very quick. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
And there's something I want to mention. We talked about it a little bit in the 3rd quarter. The 49ers only have 1 remaining timeout. With a close game in this game, 4 minutes left. Ball's batted up in the air, and Mac Jones is going to make sure that ball gets thrown on the ground or hit on the ground because that could have been intercepted.
Yeah, that's actually a great play by Mac Jones. The ball gets tipped, and he sees it's about to get grabbed. Mac Jones able to get up there and deflect it away so it doesn't get grabbed. That may have honestly have saved the game for the Rams. Yeah, the Rams almost got it as 37 right there, Young right there as well, number 0, and that may have been a safe play by
Empty
Jones.
backfield for Mac Jones on 2nd and 10. Pressure off the edge. Finds Kendrick Bourne. Bourne stays up, and he's going to get the first down. What a game for Kendrick Bourne and Mac Jones. That is now his 10th reception on the day for 140-plus receiving yards. What a day for these two.
Yeah, what a play by Kendrick Bourne again. These two just connecting non-stop tonight. Kendrick Bourne, this may be one of his best career games tonight as he is being found so much. And that's another great catch by Kendrick Bourne. It's now 1st and 10 for the 49ers. Fast movement down the field. Jones back out to throw. And it's going to be, I don't know what that was. Flag is out. Throws it to the ground. And let's wait to see who this is on.
Yeah, flags down. It looked like it was an actual intended run, but Mac Jones keeps it on a play-action pass to the right side of the field and ends up just throwing it in the turf. But flags down. Illegal man downfield, I think, for the 49ers. That's gonna back them up a little more. That's not what you want with a not backup kicker, but their second intended kicker on the season. They need points, and backing you up more, you're not going to get points with a long field goal, it seems like.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to throw that to Martinez, the wide receiver, but that winds up being not far enough, an incomplete pass as Jones back out there. 1st and 15, Jones back to throw, taking his time as he's going to go up, and it's going to be
too high for, looks like Robinson. It was too high for his intended receiver.
That was Martinez there, as it's now going to be 2nd and 15 there. And Mac Jones Bourne back out there as it's 2nd and 15, 3:39 left. What are the 49ers and Mac Jones going to do here?
The 49ers, with limited time on the clock, know they need points, just something on the board, because this might be, if not the last time they have the ball, maybe. The Rams might just take the clock down. Mac Jones is going to find his tight end for a decent game.
Tonjes, however you pronounce it. That is number
That's
88
Tonjes.
of Jake Tonjes. And
Tonjes for a decent pickup of yards, but is nowhere close to the first down.
what a night by Kendrick Bourne, 142.
Career high.
Yeah, career high. I'm not surprised, honestly. His average through week 4 is 29. So what a night for Kendrick Bourne. Gotta look at those fantasy stats in a moment, but
3rd and
now
10.
from McCaffrey.
Mac Jones. And the ball is almost intercepted by Stewart.
That may have changed very much, has decided the game there, but it's the 49ers drive will stay alive here. As
49ers are bringing out the kicker for a long field goal. Eddie Pinheiro coming to the 49ers, I believe 2 weeks ago after Jake Moody was released from the team, is going to need to deliver a big kick for this 49ers team to take the lead in the late 4th quarter. 59-yard attempt for Eddie Pinheiro on the left hash mark of the field. With 1 timeout remaining, the kick is up, and it is good!
A close one that almost hit the upright, but Pinheiro, the former Panther, is going to get the 59-yard field goal. Those are not easy to come by, though, this season, honestly. These long field goals are easier than these short
might have been
fields.
a career-long kick for Eddie Pinheiro, and when it matters most. Eddie Pinheiro delivering for his team, and the 49ers are going to take a 3-point lead with under 3 minutes left. What are your predictions for this last 2.5 minutes?
I think the Rams tire, and we see some overtime. I think we go into overtime and I don't better. What happened last Sunday better not happen again. But with the tie, but I think it's gonna be the 49ers who drive down, get the field goal, and I think
But
the
do you wanna-
49ers come clutch, and I think they are gonna hold on to win this one, 26-23.
I think in this
Overtime.
next 2 minutes, I think the Rams are going to take a game-winning touchdown, and I think it's going to be Devontae Adams. We saw in this fourth quarter, Devontae Adams has been the go-to man for Matthew Stafford. I think we see a Devontae Adams touchdown to take the lead, and I think the 49ers will have an opportunity with just a few seconds to maybe try to get a Hail Mary, but I think the Rams are going to end up winning this game with at least 2.5 minutes left, and I think it's going to be Devontae Adams, who has had a crazy fourth quarter for the Rams. We'll see what happens in a few seconds as we return to the game, but what a game we've had today. What a game from Puka Nacua. What a game from Kendrick Bourne. We just got to shout them out because that makes exciting football possible, is when players play like that. It is fun to watch.
And those of you still watching, I want you guys to comment in the live chat who you think deserves to win Player of the Game. We'll announce what you guys think or what player name is up there the most at the end of the game, while we also share our players of the game. But trying to pull up Kendrick Bourne's stats here. It's not really letting me, but
I could tell you in a second.
oh, here we go. This league he scored 41, but this league does have more points.
It says he has 19.2, so probably like 20 fantasy points for Kendrick
Wow.
Bourne. What a day for him. We are back from the commercial break. Mac Jones looks like he's getting massaged and he's eating some fiber, some banana to maybe loosen up his bones, maybe help him out. You know, he's banged up like crazy today, but the Rams are going to have an opportunity with under 3 minutes left to take the lead at home in front of their fan base. Matthew Stafford, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. No better man to do it than to do it with Matthew Stafford. Again, next Thursday we have Eagles-Giants. We already talked about this. We both think the Eagles are going to win, but that's still going to be a decent game to watch. Eagles obviously struggle with passing the ball. And the Giants have a great defensive line, if not the best defensive line. So maybe the Giants give Jalen Hurts a little bit of pressure, but I think the Eagles will win that next week. But back to this game, Matthew Stafford trying to get his team at least tied and bring it to overtime. But Matthew Stafford is going to drop back. He's going to look for him, Puka Nacua again. What a day for Puka Nacua.
Yeah, I just looked at my phone. My phone is filled with messages from Yankees fans right now. It's honestly just, it's a shame. But yeah, what a catch by Puka Nacua there.
That's his
it is
9th
first
catch
and
on the
10.
day.
As now Stafford back out to throw. It's gonna go up. And it's gonna be caught by Adams. Adams to the 40, past the 40, and it's gonna be down around the 37. Oh, maybe we're gonna go touchdown here. Honestly, this Rams offense is moving down fast. They still got 3 timeouts. They got time on their side, and yeah, I think this Rams team is
What
gonna be able
a
to get
fourth quarter for Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
He is now on 88 receiving yards. Stafford is going to drop
Right.
back, has time, and is going to be in the ground, but they are flagged.
Right.
Maybe intentional grounding. We'll see the call.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
on the
see.
defense.
Yeah, let's see what the call is. A few years ago, this is 23-20 score. If this is the final score, a few years ago, I remember there was a crucial game that the Rams needed to win, and the 49ers. The Rams had a great year. It was their Super Bowl year, I'm pretty sure. 99%
Penalty on the
sure.
defense. It is declined, though.
It was the 49ers who upsetted the Rams big in that game, 23-20, and that didn't wind up pushing the Rams back to the 4 seed, where they did eventually win the Super Bowl. But wild and great win for the 49ers. And yeah, it's 23-20.
2-minute warning
Yeah.
for this game.
And yeah, what a game this has been. And I want to thank everyone tuning in. And yeah, there's still so much. Yeah, these Yankees fans. There's still so much that could happen. I just wanna see. I want to thank everyone who's watching right now. We currently have 4 people watching. We've averaged at least 4. We've had up to 7 tonight at once watching. So, a good number for Thursday night football, of course. As many streaming platforms out there. I'm pretty sure Tom Grossi's doing the game tonight. Many other YouTubers are doing it. So, those of you watching us, we appreciate that you picked us. Thank you for choosing us. But, yeah, 23-20. I think this Rams offense is playing amazing. If they could get in, however, how much time is going to be left? Are the 49ers going to be able to do something fast? Are they going to try to go deep to Kendrick Bourne? This is going to be interesting. Kevin, what are your thoughts coming out of this 2-minute warning?
Like I said, I predicted when there was under 3 minutes left, for Devontae Adams to have a big game-winning touchdown, which I predicted. We already saw that he had the big catch for the Rams offense. I think he makes one more big catch, and I think that's for a touchdown to give the Rams the late lead. And yeah, I think the Rams are gonna take some. I don't think they're taking 3 here. I think they're scoring a touchdown. Rams. The Rams are looking good right now. They're already in field goal range, but I don't think they want to settle with the field goal, knowing how often their kicks have been getting blocked.
No, they do not. They want to get that touchdown to win the game. You know how unlucky the Rams have been, and getting it up by 3, even if it gets if they do the same thing they did in the Eagles game, it gets returned for 2. It's still a win. So yeah, let's see if I think the Rams need to do the dagger. They need to get it in. And they also need to run out the clock, but not too much that it runs out and they don't wind up scoring. So 23-20 your current score as we come out of the 2-minute warning.
23-20. Both teams 3-1 and looking to advance to 4-1 in a division rivalry in the NFC West. Stafford, ball at the 31-yard line, looking to give his team the lead. Stafford hands it off to Williams. Williams finds space on the right side of the field. Williams is going to keep it moving. Brings it to the 12-yard line. Williams is going to get them closer to scoring, and that time is running off the clock. As we mentioned earlier in the game, the 49ers only have 1 timeout left. They could run this clock out as much as they want and score. Those 2 timeouts that came off the clock early in the game are looking to haunt them right now as the Rams are taking their time, knowing they could score a touchdown, and it looks like 11 yards away from that.
Yeah, time is running on out, and if the Rams get in here, that 1 timeout, it's gonna haunt them.
Williams going to take the carry, and he's going to get a few yards there, but there is a flag down, maybe a false start or a holding on the offense. It looks like it's definitely on the offense, though. Offense is moving back for the Rams. No, maybe it's on the defense. It's on the defense.
Wow.
So that's going to move them closer, and I think that's going to maybe stop the clock. I'm not sure if the clock will keep running after this, but the 49ers have been taking these penalties when it matters most. But the 49ers defense as a whole has been playing terrible in this second half. Looks like maybe both of them are holding, but the defensive player gets called for it. But the 49ers have not been able to stop the Rams offense at all in this second half. 7 points they held them to in the first half. In this half, they've been scoring on almost every drive.
So it's 1st and goal now. Stafford, hands off. That's to Williams. Is he in?
Did he turn it over?
He may have turned it over. This could be game. Did he fumble it?
And he fumbled on the 1-yard line to give the Rams the lead.
The 49ers defense comes up clutch here, and that may have done it. That may have decided the game.
Rams still have 3 timeouts, so the game is not over, but what a stop by the 49ers defense.
That may have just sealed it. And wow. So
what a stop. Who
Williams
made that play?
Had it. And what a play. That's number 95 that made that play from the 49ers. That is Alfred Collins.
Alfred Collins coming up with a punch at the 1 yard line. He can almost taste the end zone, and he just gets the ball punched out. What a game-saving play by Collins. Oh my gosh, that might be one of the best plays we see all season.
Yeah, what a play.
And you could see the pain on Stafford's face as he had the game in his hands. The 49ers are one first down away from winning the game, but they have the end zone right on their back. They're going to need a first down, but the Rams have 3 timeouts, so it's not over. But Kyron Williams has 2 touchdowns on the day, and he comes up with a turnover that literally might have cost them the game. But
back in their own end zone. So.
But you have CMC though.
Yeah, you do.
Rams gonna take a timeout, leaving them with 2 left. If the 49ers get a first down, this game is over. But what a stop by that 49ers defense. They were at the 1 yard line. What a play by Collins there. Kyron Williams has 2 touchdowns on the day. Knew he could have 3, but he just turns it over. Wow.
So now we're going to be second down for the Rams as...
This game is not over, though. This game is not over.
It is not. Still 2 timeouts.
With a minute left.
And they're back at the end zone.
And they need a field goal to tie it, so definitely there's still a chance for the Rams, but they need a first down. They need to stop this from being a first down if they want a chance. Christian McCaffrey is probably one of the hardest players to probably stop this from, but we're going to see. Look at how much pressure they're bringing. Christian McCaffrey's going to get the handoff, and he's not going to get anything. Rams going to use their second to last timeout, leaving them with one timeout left with it being third down. Looks like the Rams are going to probably get another shot at this. So Williams needs to get his head up because they have another shot, it looks like, coming up if they don't get him off the field on 3rd and 8. Do the 49ers pass it on 3rd and 8? Or do they keep it on the ground? I think they might try to pass it. I think Kyle Shanahan's trying to win this game, and a first down will do it. Mac Jones has been playing great today. Him and Kendrick Bourne have been almost impossible to stop. So look for maybe them to connect for a first down. But there is time for this Rams team to tie this game. This is not over.
Yeah, so 3rd and 8 now for the 49ers. Mac Jones, all they need is 8 yards. Could we see Kendrick Bourne winning play here as McCaffrey in the backfield hands it off to McCaffrey. Williams defense on McCaffrey. It's going to be 4th down. It's going to make it a 4th down, and
Fourth down, but now you got to think about this. The 49ers are backed up against their end zone with a punter. You do not want this ball getting blocked, especially with limited space. If this gets blocked in the end zone, you could literally get a touchdown if you just block it right here. But the Rams are going to have a chance to tie or take the lead with no timeouts, though. But the 49ers have to punt it first. They need to get it out. But how many yards can this punter punt it? Because you're backed up all the way in your end zone. This is not where you want to be as a punter. It's probably the worst place to be against in your end zone. If this gets blocked, it's over.
Yeah, you could easily screw up. You don't want to get it back in also for safety. So there's a lot of risk of doing it right here, back here in the end zone. He's going to be able to get it. He's going to punt it away.
Time running off the clock. Punt looks like it's going to be just shy of the 50, and he's going to take it. Oh, my. He's not down. He's still in.
Down, yeah. And in field goal range.
And the Rams look like they could maybe score another touchdown.
There's a flag out, however. And we'll wait to see what Bill Vinovich's call is here. So, why the Rams?
And it's on the Rams. Looks like it's going to be coming back for holding. But that was a pretty bad punt. Because if that punt was any bit longer, they have breathing room. But that punt was barely 50 yards.
Yeah, but gotta give him credit. He was like in the back of the end zone. He did not want to get that safety. But yeah, could have gotten. That was not a far punt, but at the same time, it's better than it being first and goal or a lead. So. Yeah, that takes a lot. So, 50 clear game-winning drives for Matthew Stafford. Will we see 51 today? As we got 42 seconds left It's not Patrick Mahomes, but will Matthew Stafford be able to show the magic here? As I said, he has 50 career-winning drives, so he knows how to win games on the final drive. Let's see if he can do it here.
Ball on the 50-yard line. Matthew Stafford with no timeouts. Can't take a sack. Looking
Goes
deep.
And it's going to be caught and dropped by Nakua. Nakua not able to hold on. That's going to make it second down. Lindor out there as well with the block.
Ball was intended for Nakua, looking for the game-winning touchdown or a dagger to take the lead, but Nakua couldn't hold on through the contact. It is 2nd and 10 with 36 seconds remaining in this game. Looking at the replay, Nakua, it was so close. The defender had good patting the ball down, but Stafford drops back. It's going to look for, just behind Adams. Adams didn't see it, and it was behind a bad ball by Stafford there. 3rd and 10. They know they have 2 plays here to get a first down.
Yeah, 3rd and 10 now for the Rams as hurry up offense here.
31 seconds remaining. 3rd and 10. Stafford's going to drop back, has time, finds
Back to throw.
Williams.
Find Williams movement around, and he's going to wind up running out of bounds. Still short of the first
4th down, though. They have to kick the field goal to tie it up, it looks like.
Yeah, well, this is going to... And this field goal will set this game up to go to overtime. Except if the 49ers...
Looks like the Rams are going to keep their offense on the field.
It would be a far field goal from that spot.
I don't know if they trust their kicker enough with that distance and with the field goals being blocked a lot.
This is for the game right here. They get this. They're still in it. They don't get this.
Rams
49ers
know they
wins,
need
so.
3 yards to keep the game alive. Watch Puka Nakua.
Stafford back to throw.
Finds
Williams. Williams down around the 30-yard line. What a catch and one by Williams. Hurry up offense. Rams have no timeouts. They're trying to do this fast. And Stafford's going to spike it.
Rams get the spike off. 12 seconds. Maybe have 1 or 2 more plays to run. But they know they're trying to probably get this in the end zone. They don't trust their kicker enough with these field goals being blocked too many times. They know they need to take a shot or 2 at the end zone because if they don't get this kick, the 49ers will win the game.
Yeah, based on where they are on the field now, they just got to try to throw. Stafford has to try to throw the ball to get to the end zone. You don't want someone to catch it and it not to be too close and the clock to run out. 12 seconds is not a lot of time, and it would be taking a
timeout
to
by the 49ers defense.
They have that one timeout. They're going to use it there, but
12 seconds remaining. Joshua Carty has gotten numerous amount of field goals blocked this season. Doesn't want that to happen again. As we saw the Eagles get the game-winning block. So this team has been traumatized through blocked field goals. Sean McVay knows that is in sight. That is very possible. As one field goal has been blocked today and another field goal has missed wide right. So the Rams have missed out on 6 total points tonight from turnovers, which would have gave them the lead here tonight. But Rams have a chance to tie it up and send it to overtime or take the lead if possible, which is very, very unlikely, but they might give it a chance here. Matthew Stafford, he knows he's going to look for the game-winning shot at all times.
So 2nd and 10 now. 12 seconds left in this game. This is coming down right to the end as Stafford now back to throw. Taking a shot. Goes up deep. It's going to be. Hits Adams' fingertips. He's not able to hold on. 6 seconds left. It's 3rd and 10. Are they going to try to go for it again or just kick the field goal to send it to overtime? Out comes Carty.
I called it. The 49ers wanted to take a shot at the end zone. They knew that they wanted to at least try it because they do not trust this special teams unit after being blocked numerous amounts of time. Josh Carty, 0 for 1 on field goals on the day. 48-yard attempt. Will they get it off is the question. 49ers are going to be feisty. They're going to be moving. But the kick is up, and it is good!
2 seconds left on the clock. I guess that's time for the 49ers to try to pull a miracle, but we are looking at overtime. Like I predicted, we're heading into overtime, tied at.
I think
23.
that might have almost been blocked. It almost looked like it was a fingertip
Oh,
away
yeah.
from being blocked. They barely got that off, and he was able to get it not down the middle, but just to the right. But might be heading to. It looks like we're heading to overtime here. 2 seconds remaining on the clock. There's still a chance for maybe a return if possible, but unlikely.
Yeah, so that is going to make it the 49ers ball, as they're going to have 2 seconds left, as they're going to punt it back to them. But we're tied at 23 in the fourth quarter. Yeah, we've had a couple exciting overtime games this year. Of course, that amazing Cowboys-Giants game, that was week 2, I believe, where it was what a game, what a shootout that was. 37-37 in overtime. Giants were up by 3. Brandon Aubrey kicks a 64-yard field goal to send it into overtime, as the kick is going to go out there, and they're going to decide to run for it.
Going to return it.
That is
Sky Moore is going to keep it moving. Just tackled. Good return, though. We are heading to overtime. And a thriller matchup, 23-23 in the NFC West rivalry. The 49ers, Rams. We couldn't ask for a better matchup to commentate than a matchup heading to overtime on a Thursday night in primetime.
Yeah, what a matchup there, as we now head to OT, tied at 23. This is, I believe, the third overtime game this year. There may have been more, but I remember third this year. We had, that game where we kicked 65-yarder. Was it 4 or 5-yarder? But to get it into overtime, and then it was the Cowboys who wound up winning on a Brandon Aubrey field goal. But then it was the Cowboys-Packers. That game went into overtime, and they each got a field goal. They wound up tying that game. It was a great game. Shame it ended in a tie, but great job by the Cowboys by being able to at least not lose to the Packers. But both teams now in for the coin flip, and
it looks like the Rams win the call, and it looks like they're going to defer because in overtime, especially we see this in college football, you don't want to start with the ball first because you know what you need if you defend if you defer the ball over. So the Rams are going to get the ball second, which they want, which means Mac Jones is going to have to come out and put some points on the board for his team. What a night we've had in this matchup. Like you said earlier, we saw the captains. We just witnessed the captains come out for this overtime. So that we saw the captains. We saw Fred Warner and Matthew Stafford come out for these calls. But what a night it has been for Thursday night. Usually Thursday night games are not the best, but what a game we have tonight.
Yeah, pretty exciting game. And let's just talk about. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I just had in mind, but what a game we've had tonight. And overtime, 49ers with the ball. The overtime rules. So back to the overtime. Basically the overtime rules a little different. They're like how the playoff overtime rules are now moved to the regular season, which I'm really glad they did that for this season. Makes it so much more of like a fair and exciting game, I guess, for both teams having a chance in overtime. It would be good if maybe they could take out the tie thing and just play till there's a winner after that. But it's been an exciting it makes it much more exciting, and both teams could get a touchdown here. We could potentially see a 36-30 final score. That would probably be the most exciting, but anything could happen. That's what this shows. But Mac Jones getting the ball first. Let's see. Looking at the 49ers offense, 76 plays, 370 yards. The Rams.
Look at the time of possession.
58 plays for 401 yards. Kevin, you want to talk about time possession?
Yeah, the 49ers have taken the ball and they have run away with the clock. The Los Angeles Rams haven't had that many opportunities today with trying to score the ball, and we've seen them score on almost all their drives, but just because of the time of possession, we don't see it as much. That's why the score is pretty not as high. But something I was going to talk about is I wish that the NFL would implement the college football overtime rule where both teams start at the 25-yard line and they score until there's a winner. And if they don't score, they go to 2-point conversions. So there's no tie. I don't think it's fair to the players. You play for that long and there's no winner. I feel like no matter what, there has to be a winner and a loser. Because what's the point of a tie? Most players in their career never experience a tie. Yeah, I mean, it's something you don't like to see. It feels like everything you did was for nothing. But on to the game. 10 minutes in overtime. We have overtime rules. Most everyone knows overtime rules, but if you don't know, both teams start with the ball. Both teams get a chance at the ball. There is the tying implement, but if you don't score on your drive on the time you get the ball in your possession, then the other team has a chance to win the game.
Yeah, so already a flag out as they kick off to start overtime. An overtime game on Thursday night. I don't think we've seen that in a while. There's been some crazy, exciting Thursday night games in the past year, but I don't believe we've seen any overtime games in a while on Thursday night, as we've got a pretty good one tonight. But 23-all is your score. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the 49ers here. As I feel like we're going to see more Kendrick Bourne here. He just had a great night. He's been great for the 49ers. Maybe probably the player of the game on the 49ers side of things. Has shown up clutch for the 49ers so much tonight when they needed him. There's a spread out movement for Bourne as Jones back out. Jones to throw is going to find Juszczyk. Juszczyk fighting for the first down, he'll get it. Goes by Young and Durant breaks through them to get their first down as he goes down.
Yeah, Kyle Juszczyk is just going to be a weapon as a fullback. You don't see a lot of fullbacks get this much playing time, but Kyle Juszczyk is one of them that will. He's a multiple-time Pro Bowler, and you see why. In the overtime, he's getting snaps at receiver. So Kyle Juszczyk is going to get a big reception for the first down. He's going to move the ball over the 50-yard line. The 49ers know they at least need some points on the ball the points on the board because they give the Rams any chance of scoring, they're going to score. McCaffrey's going to take the reception. He's going to keep it moving for the first down and more. What a day receiving for Christian McCaffrey. Not even running, but receiving. As Christian McCaffrey has 75 receiving yards with a receiving touchdown. What a day through catching the ball for CMC.
Yeah, another great play by McCaffrey on the outside. Able to get by that Ram there and gain. He himself being able to get by that Ram, allowing him to get 5 or 6 more yards on that play. That's just how great of a player he is. As now McCaffrey back out. He's going to throw. That's 88 again of Tonjes. And that's going to make it a second
How
down.
about Mac Jones on the day? 31 for 46, 329 passing yards, and 2 passing touchdowns for Mac Jones, having a career day alongside his buddy Kendrick Bourne. What a day for these guys. Win or lose, they have played an amazing game, entertaining for us fans, and it shows that they have skill in this league.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 4 here. Down by the 30 already as the 49ers are driving down the field. Jones back out is going to find
Tonjes again for the first down.
Yeah, that's going to be 1st and 10 for the 49ers here as they are moving fast down the field as Jones is driving this offense down. Another catch by Tonjes there. Tonjes has really stepped up for this 49ers team throughout this game as they're going to line back up. We got Scantling, Bourne, Juszczyk out there. McCaffrey in is the RB as Juszczyk moves again to the other side of the field. Jones back out, is going to throw, is going to find McCaffrey there. That's going to be a gain of about 6 as McCaffrey catches that.
And I just wanted to mention the 49ers are 3-1 without some notable players. Obviously, their starting quarterback, receivers, their star tight end, George Kittle. This just shows this team has what it takes to be a playoff team or maybe even a Super Bowl contending team. They're 3-1, and it just shows with so many injuries, they're playing their best ball against a really good team. Mac Jones gonna step back, has pressure, and he's gonna get sacked. The sack is coming from Byron Young, and alongside number 91, which is Kobe Turner. Kobe Turner alongside Byron Young will come and sack Mac Jones for, I believe, the second time of the day.
Yeah, a great sack there by Kobe Turner. Is going to make it 3rd and 12th now as, now the Rams trying to stop the Niners here. Niners, of course, in field goal range, so...
3rd and long.
Yeah, so Jones back out there. Jones back to throw. And it's going to find Turner, and it's going to be... That's
Incomplete.
Incomplete.
Jones banged up as much as it takes.
He's down again. Jones, if
His pants is falling down. That's how much he's been hit today.
Yeah, if you're just getting here, Jones, he looks to be kind of injured again. He was in pain earlier in this game.
He's banged up bad.
Yeah, he's banged up bad, being helped off the field. I'm sure we'll find out after this game he has some type of injury as
Eddie Pinheiro is out there to take the lead in overtime. Eddie Pinheiro, his kick is up, and it is just good. Oh my, hits the left upright and bounces in to take the lead in overtime. 26-23. 49ers lead in overtime with 5 minutes remaining. Wow.
And
Mac Jones.
A game.
Mac Jones is just so injured. You can see his pants are falling down. His jersey's ripped up. That just shows the day he's having today. Injured, and he's still out there performing really good. I got to give you credit, Mac Jones. This has been one of the best performances I've seen for a quarterback all season long. Hasn't turned it over at all today, which I thought he was going to turn it over. So Mac Jones, I got to give you credit where credit is due. He is having a career night. Obviously the best game of his career.
Yeah, he's playing. Maybe not the best games of his career. He's had some great games with the Patriots, but he's playing how I'd hope he'd play on the Patriots. At this point of his career, but
looked like he got the hair knocked out of him.
On the 49ers, a team that originally did pass on him for Trey Lance for the 3rd pick. He was 49ers. Well, likely it sounded like he was a big candidate for them in that draft. It was 2021. Yeah, in that draft when they wanted to get him, but it sounds like they went with Trey Lance instead. They decided to go with Trey Lance instead, and then Patriots got him at 15. So, yeah, Mac Jones on the 49ers anyway, a few years later. But it's 1st and 10. Yeah, crazy to see how that happens. And now Mr. Relevant starting Trey Lance is on the Chargers now. But it's now, 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford in shotgun with Williams next to him. Stafford back to throw. It's going to find Nakua there. But not enough to get their first down. That'll be 2nd and about 1.
A touchdown will win the game for the Rams at home. The 49ers already came up with one turnover in the one turnover in the on the 1 yard line. They need another stop here. It looks like Matthew Stafford's gonna spin to his left, looking downfield.
Going up, caught by Tutu. Wow.
Tutu Atwell is going to catch a massive pass, similar to what we saw last week against the Colts, and he comes up yet again in the biggest moments of the game, and his speed kills the cornerbacks.
What a play in overtime. Another great play by Tutu Atwell. I couldn't hold in the excitement there, as what a catch that was by Tutu Atwell, putting them around the 20-yard line. That's the play of the game. There's no doubt.
Stafford at the 20-yard line, looking to win the game. Looks to the end zone,
and it's gonna be short.
Incomplete, intended for Tutu Atwell, looking to seal the game.
Short there, as that is gonna be 2nd and 10 now, as they're trying to do it 2 more downs to go to try to get in.
Mac Jones has gave it everything he's had this game, looking for one more chance to win the game or get a lead, but it's not looking like he's going to get that ball back as Matthew Stafford is looking to win at home.
So Stafford back to throw, taking his time. Stafford down low is going to find Williams.
Williams on third down, though. They need the first down because if they go for it and they don't get it, the 49ers will win. So this is a big third down for the 49ers defense. If they can get them off the field, they could have another shot at getting or taking the lead. But Rams looking to win this game with a touchdown right here. They know they can win the game if they get a touchdown, but 3rd and 6 is what they have their eyes on right now.
Yeah, this is a big play right here. This could decide it as Stafford back. Stafford taking his time back to throw.
Pressure
Goes.
and it's incomplete.
Wow.
Did it hit the ground? It might have looked like.
Williams may. Yeah, Williams.
No, it's
I
short.
forget. They're
But
going
Sean
for it.
McVay is keeping his team on the field on 4th and short. He
This-
doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to give the 49ers the ball back. This is
play-
game if they don't get it.
Yeah, this play is gonna. This play could decide the game right here. 4th and 1. Look like they may be in tush push formation. And it
Timeout?
looks like timeout, trying to get the 49ers to jump here, as it's going to be a timeout, and the Rams are going to discuss what to do here.
Now I want to ask you: do you think they want to go for this on 4th and 1 with the game on the line? If they don't get it, the game is over. Do you think they put the field goal up and they give the 49ers a chance to win the game? What are your thoughts? After watching the Cowboys tie, do they want to tie or do they want to win?
This is a tough call. Yeah, no, I think you definitely have to go for a win. If you have a play in mind that you feel confident about, yeah, definitely go for it. But if you don't, if you're struggling against 49ers defense, you may want to play it safe, kick the field goal, and hope for the best. You still got over 4 minutes left, so let's see what they do here. But it looks like they are going to go for it. This play may decide the game right here. As Stafford movement for Nakua to the other side of the field. As Stafford there, and
Time remaining on the
is
clock,
wrong?
though. He's taking his
Yeah.
time. Under 10 seconds left. 4th and 1.
as he's going to let the time tick and do what's...
Back-to-back timeouts
yeah.
called by each team. It looks like they're going for this play, though.
So that's going to be the Rams' first timeout, but yeah, they're going to go for it, and this is going to give Robert Saleh and the Niners defense another chance to regroup, and the Rams to regroup as well. They should really go for this. They need to know if they have a play that's really confident. They're going to have to change it up now because obviously 49ers got to lead in a little bit to what they're doing, so they're probably going to change up the play on what they're doing, or they're going to change it up. As it's now 4th and 1, what are you going to do here? Are you going to try to go for the win here, or just focus on getting the first down? You only got to get 1 yard, but 1 yard in the NFL sometimes pretty hard to get. So, except if you're the Eagles. So
4th and
4th and
1.
one.
Game
As
on the line.
Williams goes.
Williams is stopped.
Stopped.
1 yard short. 49ers will win the
Wow.
game on the road.
What a stunner here as your 49ers win it in a thriller.
49ers are going to walk away with the game-winning stop. Wow, what a game.
What a game, and your final score is going to be 26-23.
The
What a game.
49ers are going to move to 4 and 1 on the season, banged up and everything, and they find a way to
Wow.
win. What
I
a
don't
game
know
we
how
just
they did it,
lost.
as the Rams fall to 3-2, their second loss of the season, and yeah, the 49ers. What a night for Mac Jones and his
Jones.
49ers squad, as they're gonna get it done. And Mac Jones, when he started the season, he's 3-0. So Mac Jones has been
Mac
phenomenal,
Jones.
but the Rams was the first legit team they took on, and let's talk about it. Game is over now. What do you think the play of the game was?
Oh, that's definitely play of the game. You look at this play, Fred Warner just comes in and just gets just a hand on him, and it slows him down. And that 49ers defense just jumps all over him. And Kyron Williams with the game on the line, is not able to get the first down. And we saw him fumble earlier, so the game really has been cost by these running backs. We saw Blake Corum turn it over. We saw Kyron Williams turn it over. So both running backs for the Rams turning it over. That's definitely play of the game. But my player of the game is going out to Mac Jones. What a game Mac Jones had. Even though Kendrick Bourne was the receiver, I got to give it up for Mac Jones. He was banged up and everything, and he led this team to the win. What a game for Mac Jones. He is my player of the game.
Yeah, so what a game for Mac Jones. Yeah, I'm going to agree with him on there. That final play, Kevin explained it perfectly. What a play that was. To win the game. Yeah, that's got to be play of the game. A thrill in overtime. But player of the game, yeah, Mac Jones. What a game. Also, got to give a lot of credit to Kendrick Bourne. What a game by him. But Mac Jones playing injured, and he was still able to lead his team to victory. So many great plays by Mac Jones. And wow, what a performance by him tonight to get it done. She's 3-0 as a starting quarterback this year, and wow, yeah, so a 26-23 win, and what a crazy game. We both had the Rams, and obviously we got that wrong. Everyone that sent in their predictions had the Rams, but Kevin, what are your final thoughts?
Wow, I think the 49ers came into this game with a chip on their shoulder, and they knew they were embarrassed last week, losing to the Jaguars at home, division rival and all. They walk in to SoFi Stadium, and they steal the game, stopping Kyron Williams on 4th and 1 in overtime. We couldn't have asked for a better game on a Thursday night, but wow, were we blessed with a great game to watch.
Yeah, that's for sure. What a game this was. From the beginning, both teams came out and played phenomenal football. It was a competitive game from beginning to end. 49ers, so many great players injured. That was no issue for the 49ers as they went on and they played phenomenal along with the Rams. Both teams played great, and it was just a great overtime game that was able, it took overtime to decide it, and just what a game overall. It was amazing to call this game. I'm sure we'll be doing another game together in the future,
100%.
definitely. And yeah, hope to see you guys again soon. But your final score, 49ers 26, Rams 23. I'm Ben Silk.
And I'm Kevin DeLegg. Have a great night, guys. Thank you for tuning in.
We'll see you guys next time.